Updates ready to install. Oh, come on. Come on.
Updates ready to install.
Oh my God. Is that me?
I know. I said that. Come on.
Sorry.
How you doing?
I'm all right. You sound like you're from California. You don't sound like you're from Wisconsin.
Well, it's
Is that me?
Too much TV.
Yeah.
I just turned that off.
If you can hear it, it's not me.
I'm so sorry.
No.
So sorry. So sorry.
Holy crap. Welcome to our first show ever, you guys.
Damn, I hit the wrong button is what it was. I hit the... an idiot. Sorry.
You guys, we've never done this before, ever. But here we are. We're actually on time somewhat. 8:01 p.m. Eastern Time, 5:01 p.m. Santa Cruz, California time, January 28th, 2020. Here we are. You got David Nesdall.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
There he is. Brand new guitar.
Well, I've had it. It's a week old, but I just installed some new pickups in it today.
There you go. Different color. Those are darker, right?
Yeah, they're the right color DiMarzios. Guitar sounds great too. I had a DiMarzio single coil in the middle as well in green, but it was too tall for the cavity, so I left the original pickup in there, and I have a green cover coming for it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it kind of looks good like that. I may just leave it like this.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. Let's see. Johnny Beane. Hello, you guys. T-shirts in the description below. They're so cozy. And I'm not delirious from coronavirus. I have Anaheim virus. That's what I have. I think most of us have it. Mancuda should be here momentarily. He's I don't know. But yeah, welcome everybody. Talking guitars and 80s metal live. We're here. Halface, yeah, we're live, man. That's right. Let's see who's here. Brett McCord. I'll do this now, and then when Makuta gets in here, he'll do it again.
Yeah, we'll make him do it.
Kenko Dor is here. Huh? Foosball Tables. Janice Lala. Vistalite 1972. Oh, wait a minute. I can look here. There we go. Alley Cat. John BL says he's here. Good to see you, John. We had a great Saturday night, I think. It was like 4 hours. I guess it was pretty good. I don't have much memory of it, but a little bit. Pooh Ninja's in the house. James Gum is here. Thomas Santiago. Probably because you shaved, you got sick, Janice says.
Can't believe how fast that thing's growing, and that's just it's like a bush. I don't understand that. How fast the
beard is back, you guys.
Man.
Hey, you want to see me look really old? Jim Nicholas, hey now. The Chad is here. Hank Acosta is also here. Joe Hervey 84. You guys, I still got that. I still got the cough, but I'm trying to talk over it. The original Paramutant is here as well. And the rest.
Okay.
He's Teen Wolf. Yeah, pretty much. Except for the superpowers. You know?
Right.
Although if I did have Teen Wolf's superpowers, that would be pretty cool, I think. No, I'd be playing basketball. I'd be the best at basketball. Well, I guess there was a TV show as well, which I never. It was actually, I think it was on MTV, back when MTV started playing TV shows. I think there was a Teen Wolf show years ago.
There was. There definitely was. Hey, Papa Blue, I'm feeling pretty good, thank you. I still have a boot on my foot. I can't walk yet, but I've kind of graduated from the wheelchair to my computer chair. I can kind of wheel around in a computer chair, and I'm using a walker when I need to walk.
Mm-hmm. Wow! Congratulations.
Thank you. The wheelchair is right here, but it's just too low to the ground. I feel like my back hurts at the end of the day. So
building up those arm muscles.
Oh, they're pretty strong. I'll tell you that. I can lift my body with my arms.
But you're like, is that the old style where you're like having to like do the wheels, like to get around?
What do you mean?
Like they have the electric ones.
Oh yeah,
it's an old
style. Oh yeah, it's an old style. Yeah.
So you got to be building up those arm muscles, those guitar arm muscles, to be pushing yourself around in a wheelchair.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But Lenny Lou is here. Hello. Dwight Bailey. Fruitcake Tony. Brendan B. Buttcheeks. Jimmy Carr.
Jess, I just saw pictures of Jimmy Carr's yellow tiger Lynch that Nick made for him. Looks great.
That's cool. Got all my faders up. John P.O. Oh, Teen Wolf premiered June 5th, 2011. Yeah, that's why I never saw it, because I didn't have MTV in 2011. I didn't even have regular TV back then. I still don't. I threw my TV out the window years ago.
I wonder if there's a way to make this screen bigger.
Hank says, I got I got an EVH 1550 strip body. Looking for a neck. 5150. You mean the EVH version of the 5150? That's cool, man. Here he is. You ready, man?
Hi.
Hey.
Hi, everybody.
How you doing, man?
Ugh. I am still so fucking full of namthrax.
I was telling Dave that I know I have an idea what you're feeling like, because it's way worse than me. Oh, Dave's gone. Oh well. I think
Well, there you go. We're working in shifts today, folks. Jesus Christ. Nothing goes right. Tech more on Tuesday.
Yeah. So you feeling better at all?
I mean, I'm still really weak, and the biggest thing is I'm coughing up a storm. I mean, I'm a phlegm machine this week. My voice is shot. I'm just like sleeping, wake up, hack up phlegm. I mean, I'm just, aren't you guys glad you tuned in just before dinner? Just so you know. Blue Rhino, okay.
You were coughing like when we were there, like when we were at dinner. When we were at the Italian place on Sunday night, that's when I started to feel it. Like I started to feel like a little something. And then, of course, the next day, well, actually that night we were hanging out at your place. You were coughing.
I already had a little bit of cough because I gave my house like a real big cleaning just before namm. And when I say a real big cleaning, like, you know, sink full of dishes, the floor, the oven, everything that like requires cleaning chemicals, I was like in. So I had bleach, I had like, you know, this remover and Fantastic and Windex, and I was like breathing in a lot of fumes already, and it just already sucked, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I was already like just a little bit coughing, but then like once I started to feel like right after you left on Monday, I was just, oh my God, you know, just death.
Mm-hmm.
Weak as a kitten and fever and the whole 9 yards. Yeah, Lenny Lou says she thought I had a house cleaner. Well, I did, but the chains loosened up and she was able to, with the lubrication of blood, she was able to loosen through the handcuffs. And, I'm free. And then, you know, that was it. Then I had to clean all the shit on my own. So, yeah. Consuela, I'll miss you. I don't know where you are, but yeah. So, all on my own now.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to wipe my face down with alcohol.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I thought I was better. Like I really only spent like a day and a half in bed, like since
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah. Right.
But since, so what? That was a week ago yesterday. I
Yeah.
got back, and then
Yeah.
we did the show last Tuesday, and
Mhm.
and so last Monday I'd spent all day in bed, you know, a week ago, and then for half the day last Tuesday I was in bed, got up to do this. And then, so ever since, you know, last Tuesday on, I've been acting like I've been fine, like actually going out and doing things. And although I still have it, I'm still sick.
Last
I can feel it.
Tuesday, I was like, I was clinging on by my fingernails, just trying to get through the show. I mean, you know, look, you know, you got a show, you want to be professional, you want to do it, and that's great. And I love everyone here. But at the same time, I was sitting there like, all right, hold on, don't faint, don't faint. Yeah.
Yeah. And on Facebook, I'm seeing a lot of people that got hit, you know, it's probably similar to you, where they're still out of it.
With bricks.
Yeah.
At a
They're
protest?
still out of it. They're still like, oh man, horribly ill.
No,
Hey,
I know people that are still sick.
Mm-hmm.
How you feeling, Dave?
Pretty good. Getting better. I
Are
was
you
telling
walking around yet?
Not yet. I'm not walking, but I'm not in my wheelchair anymore. I'm sitting in my computer chair, and I wheel myself around in this. And then when I'm walking, I use a walker. But Thursday, I go back to the doctor, and he'll tell me what to do.
Oh, cool.
I'm thinking it's going to be pretty good results.
Good, man.
Hey,
Good.
Bozique, what's going on?
Hey, Bozique. Hey, did anyone do roll call yet?
Johnny kind of did it. You can keep doing. You can do it.
I did, but there's more people in here now.
Hey, everyone writing that no one got to. Let's see. Hey, Bozique. Who else said hi? Lenny Lou and Mary, Joe Hervey 84, Chris Bevan, Dwight Bailey, Dog PA, Hal Fates, Jim Nicholas, Thomas Santiago, Bry the Sign Guy, Headstock Harem. Thank you, by the way. And let me just start the show. We've had enough roll call. Let me just start the show by giving condolences to friends and family. Anyone who knew my friend Lauren Peakman in the BC Rich community, Lauren was a huge presence in old school BC Rich. He was like our tech guru. He was our knowledge guru. He basically was like one of the godfathers of BC Rich knowledge. And he passed away. Still not sure circumstances, but he passed away the other day. So I just want to give a shout out to everyone else mourning Lauren Peakman. We miss you, brother. So rock up in heaven.
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Me too.
Yeah. Great guy. Great asset. So today's show and tell guitar in honor of Lorne will be a BC Rich. Just FYI.
Cool.
Yeah. Now, if I don't drop dead myself today.
Oh my God.
Just give me your address.
Yeah, I know. There's a long list of people wishing.
Yeah.
And look what else is new today. Brand new from Bang Energy Drink, their brand new Miami Cola flavor. Look at that. Hey. Bang Energy Drink. What's that about?
Miami Cola.
Yeah.
Fresh from the NAMM show.
Yeah, I think they put that they pour the cola into some tropical dancer's vagina and just do some, Miami Heat dancing, and it's I'm sure they're so glad they sponsor the show. So here's to you, Bang Energy Drink. And it's delicious, as I knew it would be. Let me also give a shout out because I got a gift in the mail the other day from Mike Gaub. Look at this bad boy.
Look at that.
Look at that. Mike Gaub's Headbangers. And on the back it says, it also says Mike Gaub's Headbangers, banging ain't easy. Although I believe it actually is for a few dollars. But Mike Gaub's Headbangers, he's got a radio show about heavy metal. So I just want to give a huge shout out. Thank you for the shirt. And if you guys want a shirt like that, I guess go on his Facebook page, Mike Gaub or Mike Gaub's Headbangers, and he'll give you a link to his heavy metal radio show. And we like to support on here those who support us. So, and look at that design. That's pretty badass, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny. He specifically had this run of neon pink made so he could give me one, because originally he had it all in black and white. And he said, I want to give you a shirt. Will you wear it? I said, well, I usually wear black and pink. He's like, if you'll wear it on the show, I will make you a pink shirt. So now he offers them in black and pink, and I think they're very popular. So check it out.
Awesome.
We like to support our friends of the show.
Awesome. Yeah, the black and pink looks great.
Yeah, I always like black and pink together.
Yeah, that's my signature color, baby. Yeah, baby.
The Chad says, do it right. Contact Dave Nesdahl for the most authentic version of the Frankie you can get for a little more than the new one that was just released.
Now, I got to agree with that. I'll tell you something. I've played Dave's replica Frankies. Look, I love the EVH ones, but if you want something a little more accurate or a lot more accurate and that feels like one of Eddie's guitars, because I have felt them, that's this guy right here. The Guitar Whisperer.guru.
Yeah, because I can never remember it. I'm just going to hire him.
Hey, Mancuda, what
hire him to say my website's name because I never get it right.
Yeah.
That's how I would say it.
Yeah, so you can go to PV or you can go to EVH and get the new Frankie, which
a great guitar.
For the money, it's a terrific guitar.
Although
if you want to spend a little more and you want to get an upgrade and you want something, without the notch in the neck and with a little bit more of the more accurate relicking and, the reflectors and, all the good stuff, spend a little more, you go to that guy. And if you got $25K laying around, you call me and you mail me $20K and then you call Dave for the rest.
Yeah.
Just mail me $20K.
Joe Hervey, I have to disagree with you. He says my topic is $25K versus the $2K one. Imagine buying the $25K one. I'd be pissed. The $25K one is way, way more accurate than the new one. It's just way more accurate, and it's been approved by Eddie Van Halen. He has one
at $25K. I'll approve it too.
There's 300 of them. It's an official Fender guitar. It's worth it because that guitar. Hey, you can buy my guitar for $2,500, and hopefully that he'll never die. But when Eddie dies, my guitar will not be worth anything. That $25,000 guitar is going to be worth a lot of money because it's an official Fender guitar that was signed off on EVH, and quite frankly, as far as official guitars go, that's the closest thing you're going to get to it.
If you want something, I gotta dive in on that. I agree with you that it's official and Eddie approved it and yada yada. If you're looking at it because when Eddie passes away, hopefully not for a long while, but when Eddie passes away, it'll be a good investment. I can think of 1,000 more off the top of my head, good investments that you could spend that kind of money on that'll give you 10 times better return.
Yeah, but I'm talking people may not want those. People may want the Van Halen guitar. They may want to just have it, and then it'll appreciate in value at some point.
Hey, listen, if you're buying it because you like it, I'm the first person to say, you earned your money, buy what you like. I always say that. I live by that.
But look at the Stevie Ray Vaughan guitar, the Fender Relic #1 Stevie Ray Vaughan guitar. Mm-hmm. When it first came out, that guitar was $25,000 or so, maybe a little bit more. Now they're $60,000,
and I think that's crazy. I think that's absolutely ludicrous.
I personally agree with you, but there are guys that are out there, guys and girls that are out there that would pay that money no problem to have one.
No, look, there are also people that will literally shoot money out of a cannon. I mean, Johnny Depp did shit like that just to waste $200,000. But that doesn't mean I'm going to support it. Mm-hmm. In speaking my voice, which usually will agree with your voice on this, fucking $25,000 for that fuck that. No. Don't drop 25. If you're looking for a collector's item and you have 25 grand burning in your pocket, absolutely, it's a cool guitar. I've played it. Dave's played it. Very cool. But if you're just looking for something really close to Eddie's guitar, forget Eddie approved it or whatever. Okay, go get one of his. Go get one of his. Or if you want something even more entry level that's still really cool, get the EVH one. Because I'm sorry, 25 grand of real money.
That's a lot of money. $25,000 is a lot. It's $25,000. No matter how you cut it, it's $25,000. You could buy a car. You could put it down.
You know how many jackpot hookers you could buy with that?
2.
Let me get my calculator. Hold on.
Look, you can buy a vintage Fender Stratocaster or Telecaster for that money. You can buy.
That's a good point.
You can buy 3. You could buy 3 Les Paul Juniors. You could buy a really good vintage 1961 or 1964 Gibson SG. You could buy a dot neck 335, a 59 60 335. You can get all those good guitars for $25,000.
See, now that I'll support. If you said, okay, I want to buy a vintage like a 63 Fender Strat, okay, and it was original and whole 9 yards, and you want to spend that type of coin, that I could say is worth it, because you know what? It's not what I consider a ready-made collectible. I don't like ready-made collectibles, I like something. If you're paying for vintage, you're paying for something rare, something original, something hard to find, scarcity, supply and demand, a unique instrument because it's aged a certain way and it was crafted a certain way, and they only made so many of them. That I consider worth dropping 25 grand for.
Yeah.
Or if you want a celebrity guitar, I drop coin on celebrity guitars. Again, something that's personally important to me, because again, it was a celebrity used during a certain tour, whatever your fetish is. But when you're talking something that's made brand new and you're coming out of the gate at $25K because it comes with an autographed certificate of fucking whatever, fuck that noise. I'm sorry. I'm not going to support that. I'm not.
I totally understand.
Yeah.
Totally. I understand 100%.
Yeah.
To a point, I agree with you. To a point.
Sure. Johnny, what do you say? You quiet up there.
Yeah. Well, you guys are just blabbing nonstop.
Well, Johnny, come on. You got a microphone. It's your show.
I've played those guitars, the $25,000 ones.
Yeah. So I've taken on.
And to me, it was the best playing Van Halen guitar I've ever played.
Mm-hmm.
It was the best. It was better than the Ernie Ball Music Man's, better than the Peavies. To play that style of stuff, like Dave, you remember, I played the guitar used in a used shop one time, and I remember telling you it was the easiest playing guitar I'd ever played in my life.
Would you drop $25K on it?
I don't have $25K.
If you did.
If I did, I would think the people that can afford that guitar, I think, they can buy them, and they can probably buy all those other guitars that you guys are talking about as well. Like, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the people that are buying those, and they're mostly buying them for like collectors, to put on their wall or to put like in a display case. Nobody's buying those guitars to play at the local bar on a Friday night.
I'd rather put a pile of hundreds stacked $25,000 worth high in a glass case and have it in my living room. I think that would garner more attention and get more use out of it.
But
and I agree. Look, it's a great playing guitar. It really is. I can think of a lot of great playing guitars that,
It is, but you can't compare it to the new one. You can't.
No, it's uncomparable.
No, absolutely.
You people that if you're saying, oh man, if I bought one of those ones 10 years ago, I'd be mad now. I would think anybody who had bought one of those 10 years ago could buy one of these and be like, and have them both.
But I'll tell you what, if you compare that $25K one to one Dave can build, I think it feels very similar for like 1/10 the price.
Mm-hmm. But Dave's guitars are not official, and they're not. They're only worth like what they're worth to like whoever.
I'll tell you what. You give Dave 20 grand, he will make you a certificate of authenticity and wait outside of Eddie's house with a crowbar in hand
and bullet holes in my body.
Sign this. You sign this.
Oh my God.
I've done so much for you and your brand over the years. I've bought your albums. I've gone to your concerts. You sign that. He'll get you a certificate of authenticity. Something that Eddie approves.
People can buy whatever they want.
Of course.
It's how it is. But bottom line, though, is those new guitars, you can't compare them. But they're great.
For the money, absolutely. The EVH, the new Frankies, bang for the buck, terrific. Absolutely. And like I said, you want to upgrade another 1,000 or so, you want to get something a little more accurate, you go to Dave, have a real replica made that's broken in, it feels great. That's terrific. I'm just saying, for the back of the $25K difference, that's a huge amount, and I just don't see the upside. If you're looking as an investment, I think there's way better ways to invest money. If you're looking as a collector, okay, if you're really, really a well-heeled collector and you've got nothing better to do, have a good time, you work for your money or whatever, enjoy. I'm just saying, as a collector, in a lot of cases where I love, certain guitars that play great, look great, and whatever, it is a great looking and playing guitar. Do I think it's worth $25K? Not personally, no.
I don't either. I think they could have made that guitar half that price for the public, because what it cost them to make that guitar is here's the deal. I'm not that I'm charging anything, but I would charge $2,500 to $2,600 to build that guitar. I'm sure it costs them less than that to make that guitar at Fender. And to charge that much money, they could have gotten away with charging, like I said, $12,500 for it, and still made a crap load of money on it.
And I would be more apt to approve something like that to people at $12K. Just saying. I mean, look, even if you said to me, it comes with Eddie Van Halen's fingernails that broke off during a concert, and here's a bag of his pubes from when he manscaped. Okay, I still can't find $25K of value in that. But
I can find, I can find $25K. I can find a $25K value in that guitar. Is if when you bought the guitar, he delivered it and spent a couple hours with you and played it.
Whole different thing.
There's only 300 of them made. He could make that trip. He could make that trip for all those guitars for all that money.
That's a meet and greet. That's a whole different thing. If someone said, excuse me, if someone said, yeah, Eddie Van Halen's coming to your house, he will make sure it's okay by just running down a couple of chords on it and, shredding on it in front of you for a minute and sign it at your house and give you a little FaceTime. Absolutely. Whole different thing. That's like a Gene Simmons kind of experience thing. That's a different story. That's not what's happening here. This is Eddie looked at it, said, yes, I'd like $25K. And that's it. And again, I'm not blaming Eddie. I mean, look, we'd all do it. If they said, yeah, hey, Mancuda, we're making a Fender Mancuda edition. It's a pink and black guitar, and you can approve it, and we're going to charge $25K for it. I'm going to say, oh, but I couldn't do the yeah, of course. I don't blame Eddie. He's worked for his merch and whatever. But I'm just saying that unless it's like that kind of meet and greet experience or something, no fucking way.
But also, what about, because a lot of Van Halen fans have been waiting decades for this type of stuff.
Sure.
For the Frankenstein guitars, the everything that we're getting now, a lot of people could only have dreamed of 30 years ago.
Oh, yeah. And listen, you look at the Frankie that we saw in NAMM, even though it's not USA made, it's a quality guitar at an affordable price for most of the masses. And hey, listen, after playing it, after looking at it, I thought it was cool as shit. I thought it was a great price point. I highly recommend it to people. And there's an option if you want something a little more, you're a little more anal, excuse the joke, you're a little more anal and you want something a little more accurate to what Eddie actually plays, and you want to drop another grand at Nesdall's, that's great. I'm all for having something like Eddie played, something that's a tribute guitar, something that's cool as hell, a replica. I mean, even if you look at the EVH, those Stripe series that he does for concerts where he plays one or two songs on them and they're individual looking.
Yeah, those are cool too. I'd rather spend all the money on those because at least he had his hands on them.
Exactly.
He put the tape on all the bodies.
That's exactly it.
But he taped all those bodies and he played them at shows and his pictures of him playing it.
But that's it. This is a guitar that you can say is, number one, unique, one-off. Eddie did the striping this way for this specific guitar. It's a unique collector's item. I can get behind that. Then you add the factor that Eddie's the one who designed it and put the tape on it and played it in a show, 1 or 2 songs, whatever it is, and signed it and dated it and said, this was played here, and took photos with it. You could say, here's a guitar that Eddie played. It's unique, one of a kind. Obviously, it's approved by him, and it's cool. So I can even get behind that. While I think it's expensive, I think it's a totally genius move business-wise, but I could see the collectability in one of those being way cooler than a replica of Frankie that Eddie didn't play. Eddie didn't do anything with. He just looked and said, yep. I can get behind those one-of-a-kinds.
Listen, I'd like to see Eddie go back on the road and do that with Wolfgang's the next time around.
I'd just like to see Eddie get happy on the road.
Have him play a certain Wolfgang, one song, and then auction that off, sign it and auction that off. I think that's a genius idea for that.
But even with that, the idea is that it's so unique that it's a one-of-a-kind design on all the ones he's issued so far. That's part of it. That's part of the cool factor. It's like when you buy a guitar from NAMM. Okay, I like buying showcase guitars at NAMM. If you go to NAMM the night before it opens to the general dealers, they have a dealer's showcase with all the custom shop one-offs that all the dealers are competing to buy. And these little showcase guitars are basically show-offs of what the custom shops can do. We can build something like this. Look how cool this one-off unique guitar built just for NAMM is. And when you have something that's one-off and unique, that adds to the collectability factor of it. That's something like those Eddie Van Halen guitars, the ones that he plays every night on stage, a different one. It's a unique factor. It's a bragging rights factor that you have something that everyone else doesn't, and he played it.
Mm-hmm.
It's unique.
I agree.
Halface says you could probably spend 25 grand on collector's bottles of Coca-Cola. Listen, I collect a lot of different things. Okay, right behind me, I have an old Fruit Brute cereal box there on the shelf. That's about a $6,500 cereal box. It's a rare cereal box. To collectors, that remember it from the 1970s, or you've seen them in Quentin Tarantino films, right there. Okay, that's $6,500. It's a unique item. It's a rare item. Supply and demand, scarcity, nostalgia. There's so many factors that come into play when you're dealing with collectibles. I collect original comic book art. I collect vintage comic books. The original artwork used to produce a comic book is one of a kind, hand-drawn, used to produce a comic book that has a nostalgia factor to me and to many others. It's one of a kind. So because of that supply and demand, it has a certain value. Now you take the comic book that it was used to make, a vintage comic book, and maybe depending on condition, you have a certain scarcity factor of it in mint condition versus more common in good condition, and that also affects the value. But it all boils down to supply and demand. If you have a ready-made collectible that's brand new out of the gate, I usually consider that a fool's errand.
Yeah, I was gonna tell you, man. I had some of that cereal when I was there, and I think that's how I caught what I have.
The cereal from 1977. You're like, oh man, what the fuck?
It was a little stale. I was like,
like little cork sponges in your mouth. I mean, you have to realize something. You know, when it comes to collectibles, and this goes for guitars or anything, there's always factors: nostalgia, supply, demand, scarcity, all of that makes something worth what it is to people. You know?
Yeah, and don't forget, you know, what's worth something to Dave I might not care at all about whatever it is.
Absolutely.
You know?
It's only worth what the person wanting it is willing to pay.
Absolutely. And you know what? There are things that I would overpay for that other people have looked at me and gone, huh? But because to me, a certain nostalgia, a certain, something in me basically says, to me, it's very important. You know, that doesn't mean it's important at all to you guys. I don't think you would give $1 for that fucking cereal box between the two of you. But to another cereal collector or to someone who likes, you know, monster memorabilia or whatever, it's very valuable.
Agreed.
Yeah. So with that said, Dave, what do you got in your hands there?
Oh, dude, I knew you were gonna love this.
That looks like a very old, like early 80s ESP
M1.
Strat headstock, no less.
Strat headstock M1, yes. Bridge pickup was changed. It's got a JB in it. I don't know what was in it before. That's how I got it. But that's okay. Everything else is pretty much there. The only other thing that's not original are the pots that I just put in it because the old ones just were too shot. But this is what a guitar. It doesn't like to live in standard tuning. It loves to live in E flat.
Looks like Dirty Maple.
It's just been played since 1983. It's just what a great. This is one that you'd love in your collection, John.
I'll take it.
I'm sure you would.
Aren't you worried though that it you said it doesn't tune up all the way?
It does. It does tune up all the way. It just doesn't like it. It's just certain guitars like to be in standard, and certain guitars like to be in E flat. You know, they just I'm a firm.
What does it do? What is like? How does it not like it? What does it? Does it complain? Is it like, oh, Dave, that's too tight?
Yeah, it feels.
Get your hands off my neck.
The action feels with nines. The action feels a little stiff. Yes, absolutely.
Dave, put some pants on.
I have shorts on.
Don't play me without pants.
Yeah. Brett McCord, yes, this does have nickel frets on it. And I'm thinking in April I'm gonna get the guitar refretted once we get a little humidity in the air. This way I don't have to worry about fret sprouting. I mean, I could probably get away with just a grind and polish on these because there is a lot of fret left, but there are some divots in some of the cowboy chords that I don't really feel comfortable with. But I'm going to wait on a fret job until it's a little warmer and a little more humidity in the air. So about April or May, I'll refret this.
See, it's great when they have those lawsuit headstocks.
Oh yeah, you ain't kidding.
Just like Kramer around the same time of the early 80s, Fender just started, and Charvel for that matter, Fender started just nailing down these cease and desist orders of anyone who was using those Strat style headstocks. And that took out ESP, it took out Kramer, it took out Charvel. Everybody suddenly had to start going to pointy headstocks or some variation of a Strat headstock because Fender was just like, if you want that headstock, you're going to pay us a fortune in royalty.
Right. Renus Pinkle asks, how often do I refret my main guitars? Not often at all. I have so many main guitars that I could use at any point that I hardly put fret wear on guitars. And I use 9s and 10s mostly. 9s on anything with Floyd Roses and 10s on Strats and maybe I'll go 11s on a Les Paul, but usually 10s. And I don't play one guitar for long enough to worry about fret wear. You know, I play everything that I have here, and I have 5 or 6 that are sort of my main guitars. And I very rarely put fretwear on them. So I mean, if I go 5 or 6 years without a fret job, I'm good.
If I go 5 or 6 years without a hand job, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, let's give a welcome to from Italy, Mondo Chitara. Welcome, welcome.
Nice. Tom has a 60s Strat that needs a refret, and he wants to know a good luthier in New York or New Jersey. Yes, my buddy Larry Fitzgerald. He's been doing this for 35 plus years. He worked with John Sir when John Sir was at Rudy's Music. He's worked at Mandolin Brothers in New Jersey. I think that's in New Jersey. No, or is that in Staten Island? I can't remember. Staten Island, I think. He's been working at Sam Ash in Huntington for, I don't know, the last 15 years or so. He's the guy I go to for all my fret jobs. You know, I do minor fret work, but he'll actually change the frets and put new ones in and make them look perfect and make them feel perfect. So that's the guy I would go to. If you want the phone number there, it's 631-422. Hang on. I'm sorry. 631-421-9333. I had to think of it.
Dave right now is giving out the number for the NAMBLA Club.
Yeah. 631-421-9333. Ask for Larry Fitzgerald and tell him that I sent you, and he'll hook you up.
Yeah. Hi. Yeah. This is NAMBLA. Yeah. This is Gerald Fitzlarry. Larry, come over here. Yeah. You're giving out the wrong number, bro. I'm telling you.
No, I wasn't. No, that's the right number.
And I'll tell you something. I use my guy Sal over here in Hollywood, the Sam Ash in Hollywood on Sunset. So that's who I use as a casual luthier for setups or fret work. So also does good work. Sam Ash knows how to hire good talent. I'll tell you that. I like.
Well, I mean, to him, it's a steady paycheck. But I was there the other day in my wheelchair, and he has guitars stacked and stacked and stacked. He's got so much work.
Yeah,
he's absolutely the best. Everybody around here goes to him, and there are a lot of luthiers or a lot of guys that are good, but he is absolutely the best at. He's one of the guys that has taught me everything I know. I mean, and that, because I've been going to him for 40 years, 35 years. I've been going to him for stuff. And I learned as I watch him, and then I worked at Gem Guitars, and I worked for all these other guys. And he's part of how I learned, but I never learned how to take frets out and put frets in and do that type of thing. I'm kind of afraid to do that. So even though I'm the doctor to guitars, when the doctor's guitars get sick, he takes them to the doctor.
I also like over at Murphy's Music.
Yes, John Birchie. John Birchie at Murphy's Music, also another amazing luthier. And
yeah, I'll 100% back his skills up as well.
John Birchie actually worked for Dave Davidson and Richie Friedman over at We Buy Guitars before they moved down to Chattanooga and became the Songbird Museum.
Chattanooga.
Yeah, that Songbird. He's done millions of vintage guitars, and he's also another guy that's just crazy good. Yeah, Fruitcake Tony has a question. All those $25,000 guitars aside, not counting them, how many exact relic Frankies do you think there are in the world? Like mine and Rob's. Wow. You know what? I would say that I know of 5 that are exact replicas, and I think Eddie actually owns one of them.
You're talking like homemade, like you and Rob own?
Well, yep. Mm-hmm. I mean, like exact, where you can't tell the difference. Exact. A lot of people make replicas and make really good ones, and make ones that if you don't look close enough, they look exact. But I know of about 5 of them, and they're not even mine. They're there are a couple guys that just are so good at it that I'm impressed. And I think mine is really, 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 really close. But then I look at this other guy's and I'm like, wow. Now that, I'm sure if you put that in Eddie's hands next to his, he couldn't tell a difference.
I think Eddie could take a Hello Kitty guitar and make it sound amazing. It's Eddie.
That's not what I'm saying. Of course, he could take a broomstick with strings on it and make it sound good. He can take a wash bucket with a pole in it and have one string on it and make it sound amazing.
He could take my ass with a pole in it and make it sound amazing.
And I'm sure you're used to that.
Yeah, and I like when he tapes me up too. I want him to stripe me all up and down.
Yes.
Get crazy. Come on.
TWF 7848 asks, are there any current production guitars that you think will be worth big bucks someday? No, I don't think there are any production guitars.
No. Why are you looking to make money on these things? Stop.
That being said, let's take the Pia, the Steve I Pia guitar, for instance. That is a production guitar. The three colors, other than the white, the green, the gold, and the pink, they're only being made for 1 year. That will be worth some money someday. The original gems from 1987 being the green, the yellow, and the pink. Of those three guitars, only the green one will be worth a ton of money because they only made 777 of them 1 year only. The rest of them were still being made for quite a few years. Even though I have a yellow one, and I think they stopped making them like that in 92 or so.
Right.
That guitar, it may be worth a little bit more, but not like the green one, which was only made 1 year. So any guitar it's a production made guitar that they say they'll only put in production for 1 year, yeah, that may be worth some money, but it's not going to be worth like millions of dollars or anything like that.
No, look, I say the same thing. Buy what you like. And if it's worth nothing, you have not lost a thing. But the big thing is, don't look at these as investments right out of the gate. If you're going to buy something and say, well, it's going to be worth, another $1,000 in 10 years, there's a billion ways to invest your money that are smarter. Just buy what you enjoy playing, enjoy what you like collecting, buy what you like, and you will never go wrong. But don't look at these as investments. They're not.
That being said, also, this guitar was a production guitar back in 1983.
Supply and demand, though, and it's vintage.
And it's not, you can't get this anymore, is what I'm saying. You can't get it. The Pia guitar, after 1 year, you can't get those colors anymore unless he reissues it. This guitar probably worth $3,000 or $4,000 now, maybe. I didn't pay that much, but it's probably worth that much.
But even then, think about this. That was 1983. Is that what year that is?
Yes.
Okay. We're in 2020. If you can't think of a better way to double or triple your money in that many years, believe me, there's a lot better ways.
I agree. Yeah, I don't buy guitars to invest in them to sell. The only time I sell guitars is when I see something better that I want that's going to, make me more happy, and if I don't have the cash for it, I'll sell something that I'll trade something or sell something that I don't really care for, or that is not really what I'm doing right now.
Or something you just
I will only trade up or sell up. That's
right.
all I'll do.
Yeah,
but I don't sell guitars to make money on them. I sell them to buy better gear. That's it.
And again, I very rarely get rid of gear, but when I do, it's to get something that I'm stretching the budget for, something I want more, something I'm going to get more pleasure out of, something that's rare or more desirable to me, because that's what matters. It's all about me and my collection. If I'm going to get rid of something, it's going to be to make me a little happier than that something is making me. Buy what you like, buy what you enjoy.
Exactly.
Jason Wade, I do not have a George Lynch 56. I think they're very cool. You know what it is? It's just a little plain for me.
I want to get one of those. Well, if you got
cool.
if you got George's personal one, you'd have it.
I could, but even with that, it's like, to me, it's not what I look at and say, okay, I've seen George playing this. It kind of gave me a little tingle inside when I watched him play, thinking, wow, that was a cool guitar. You know, I look at like Andy Timmons' Red Hollow Flash I got, and when I bought that from Andy, I have nostalgic memories of that guitar sitting front row, watching Andy rip that thing up. And I wanted that specific guitar because, you know what? I saw it. I was admiring it. I was fascinated by it. I was blown away by it. And now to own that specific guitar is a thing for me. George's, to me, it's a cool looking, worn out Strat, but I like bright colors. I like flashy graphics. I like things that like someone could recognize. Oh yeah, I remember, someone playing that in Rat. I remember someone playing that in Warrant. I remember that specific graphic or that color or something, That's what gets my juices flowing.
Now, if I was to get that guitar right there, I would put a tortoise pickguard on it and make it look like George's personal guitar.
Sure.
Because George uses one on the road a lot, and his personal one has a tortoise pickguard on it.
Christopher Corana says your ESP reminds him of early Queensryche shows from the 80s because those guys used to play old ESPs. Yeah, they did. They were early ESP endorsees. Kramer too.
Also Tesla, not Frank Hannon, but Tommy, what's his name? Had a black. He had Tommy a black. He had a black Strat headstock ESP, just like this. Although I think his had one humbucker, not two.
Let's see. Hello, Amanda. Hello, Shauna. Hello, Nightbot. Fruitcake Tony. All you guys.
Everybody.
As I try not to hawk up phlegm.
Jason McNair says Vernon Reid played ESP back in the day. Yep, he certainly did. A nice fluorescent colored one, or a couple of them that way.
Who was this?
Vernon Reid. His were hockey stick headstocks. They were pointy.
Vernon Reid was terrific in Living Color.
Still is terrific.
Yeah.
He's an amazing guitar player. A lot of people might think that what he did in Living Color was sloppy. I got to tell you, he wanted it that way. Every note he played that way on purpose. Because I've seen him play stuff that didn't sound like that. That was like, wow, that's impressive. So what you might think it was, oh my God, that's the wrong note. That's the way he wanted it. And yes, that's Vernon's guitar right there. Well, that's the LTD version.
There you go. Yeah, well, those were pointy headstocks.
Yeah, they were all pointy headstocks. But he had another one that had some sort of graffiti. Another, all those colors, but in some sort of graffiti thing on it that I thought was just tremendous. I thought it was a beautiful guitar. Could that have been it? Yeah, that's it right there with the circle with the shapes on it. That's Vernon's guitar. That's
one of them.
That's the one I'm talking about. I loved that guitar.
Yeah, it's sort of like an African tribal design with neon colors. Very cool.
That he played that in a video. That guitar is maybe in oh geez, what was the run up video? The next video after Cult of Personality.
I know the song.
This house is
John Biel.
I think it's called something with it's called.
Wait.
McNamara must know. He's got to know.
Shit, I remember the song. I don't remember the title.
Landlord. That's it. Landlord. Open letter to a landlord.
Open letter to a landlord. Yeah.
Yeah.
Open letter.
He played that guitar with the shapes on it on that song, in the video anyway.
Jim Nicholas asks, do I think Kirk Hammet's ESPs are worth it as a collector? Depends what it is. You know, we did a video at NAMM of the limited edition purple sparkle and ruby red sparkle at NAMM, and those are going to go for about 12,000 each. Here's the thing. They're making between 15 and 20 of them. And when you're talking like at a, 10,000 range price point, there's enough fans of Kirk's that will say, I think I want one. Let me get rid of 2 or 3 of these guitars and get that. And again, are they good collector's items? Yeah, I think they are. I do. They're a limited number. They're very cool looking. They have a huge fan following, and again, you're buying a ready-made collectible. So you kind of really have to get behind it and say, okay, this is what it is. I'm buying it because I like it. And if it doesn't hold its value, c'est la vie. But do I think they're cool? Absolutely. I think they're very cool. But again, buy what you like, because if the market crashes, you're losing nothing. You're still having something you're enjoying.
Yeah, just buy stuff you hate.
You have to realize, people were spending so much money on Charvels in 2007, and then 2008, the recession comes, and all of a sudden, a few collectors drop out, and the market dips to half of what they were worth. And it's like, wait, where's the $8,000 guitar buyer? Now they're $2,500 to $3,000. What am I going to do? You're going to play the shit out of that great guitar because you hopefully bought it for the right reasons.
There you go. And that's the guitar in the Glamour Boys video.
Pull it out slowly, slowly.
Do I need to?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. Fruitcake Tony says, John, I would love to see you score one of Robin Crosby's guitars. I was friends at one point with someone who owns quite a bunch of them. And I actually helped 2 other guys get 2 of Robin's guitars. And I've had a chance to buy a few of Robin's guitars, but not really the 1 or 2 that I personally want. I would love that white King V, and that's somewhere in Japan right now, untouchable.
How about the reverse Firebird, the white reverse Firebird with the graphic on it that he had?
Catfish was probably the one he played the most. That's actually in that collection of the person that I used to talk to a lot. He still has that, and it's a great guitar. I've played it. It's lighter than it looks, and that is one I would pursue. I also like the black round horn Jackson J005 that was used in the Round and Round video that looked like a toy on Robin.
It's like a regular flying V, right? With the round.
It is. It's a round horn flying V. It's very small on Robin because Robin was 6'5". He was like a little bigger than me and much broader. And that one went to another collector that I'm friendly with, and I would have bought that. I liked that one. But again, a lot of Robin's guitars, to me, don't have a certain special meaning. I think they're cool and whatever. But there are ones that, if given the chance down the line, I would pursue. But I've had a chance to buy a few of them, just not the right ones for me personally.
Right on.
Right on. Yeah.
Well, there's that guitar.
Yeah.
Great Robin Crosby.
That's a great, wonderful guitar.
Oh, yeah. Vernon Reed. God bless him, man. Jim Nicholas wants to know, did Bruce Kulick own only pointy headstock ESPs? No, he had, is it his banana, which is like his, Bruce Kulick's banana.
He's had quite a few banana headstocks.
Well, no. The one he calls his banana, his favorite ESP, is a yellow banana headstock banana. It's a yellow ESP with a banana headstock. and a little Chiquita banana symbol on the guitar. And that's a banana headstock ESP.
I think it's
he has other ones that he had that white with blue fade that he gave to the Hard Rock Cafe. That was like a modified Strat headstock. He had a pointy one that looked like one of those jawbreakers that had half the candy sucked off. That I think he still has, and that I think was a pointy. There you go. That's the banana.
Love that guitar.
He used that to record the Crazy Nights album.
I don't think that's an ESP.
It is.
I think that's a Music Yo Kramer with an ESP decal on it.
No,
looks like a Kramer body to me.
He used that to record the Crazy Nights album, and he's used that in a bunch of other Kiss recordings. That's one of his personal favorite guitars.
But Johnny, look at that body. Tell me that doesn't scream Kramer Beretta. That's just the horns. It looks like a Kramer. It doesn't look like an ESP.
It looks like it, but it's an ESP.
Wow. Okay.
And he's had it since the early 80s.
Well, that's not a Kramer headstock.
No, it's an ESP.
I'm not saying the neck. I'm saying the body and the neck.
Let me find another one.
Very reminiscent of.
That could have been a replica right there.
I just know Bruce's. He won't sell. Yeah. That's one of his personal favorite guitars.
Oh yeah, Bruce's. Okay, that was a replica by Hawk Design.
Bruce's own guitar is pictured on the back of the Crazy Nights album cover, and he still has it. And I've asked him to sell it. He won't part with it. He loves that guitar. He uses it.
All right, so let's see his now.
Look at the
Yeah, that's a different body. That's a different headstock.
Look how much thinner that headstock is.
Yeah, that's an ESP headstock. Absolutely, that guitar is an ESP. And that's a Strat style body. That's a Charvel style body right there. So yes, that's an ESP. But the first one was not.
The first one was a replica.
It's the same website though, using that same picture.
Oh, it's probably like they make replicas. Is that like
the one
famous guitars or something?
Is that Nesdal's bed?
What do you mean?
All his guitars are on a black sheet.
Jesus. No, it's not a.
There's your website, Nesdal. Hawk Design.
I don't put it on my bed. I have a small blanket that I put on the floor to do that with.
Dave's sheets look like a leopard if you put a black light on them.
There's another nice one, the white one with the tortoise guard. Perfect.
Now, Bruce loves ESPs. He loves BC Rich
and Gibsons. He's a big Gibson guy too.
Yeah, he's got a huge collection. He loves that stuff.
He loves that shit.
He loves that shit. The great Bruce Kulick, who I consider one of the very best Kiss guitarists.
I'd say he was the best. That's my.
I personally think he's the best. I don't think he's the most influential. I'd say that. Ace
technician,
and I love Ace. But the best guitarist, the most technical, the best writer, absolutely Bruce, not a question.
Yeah, and that's a very cool guitar. Both those guitars right there are very cool.
Tom Harhai is saying I could get the 87 Nuclear Assault ESP that Anthony Bramante used. It's on Reverb. I'm actually the seller of that guitar. So, yeah, I can get it. It's right in my closet. Yeah. But thank you for the heads up. That's Anthony Bramante's ESP. But, I'm actually the seller. Jay in the chat, how are you, brother? And thank you, Jay, for condolences on my buddy Lauren Peakman. Thank you, man. Chris Bevan wants to know, do I have any of Chris Holmes' guitars? Here's the thing about Chris. I'm friendly with Chris. He has like one guitar that I still want, and it's not for sale. He still uses it. But you know who has a few of Chris's guitars, including the Blood Splatter Star, the Harley Davidson Star, and Randy Piper's pipes guitar is our very own friend of the show, Pete Punchowski, owner of Swiss Picks, who we endorse on the show a lot. So Pete has a few of those guitars that Chris used to play. I don't have any. Chris knows the one that I want, and if he does part with it, I will get that phone call. Let's see. Talking in the chat, looking in the chat.
Michael Smith says, "Smash that thumb." Riley Morgan wants to know if John has an Eddie Van Halen guitar. He does, actually.
Yes and no. Yes and no. I have two Eddie Van Halen related guitars. I have an old San Dimas Charvel that I've had on the show, and what it is, it's a red and white striped old Charvel that a friend of Eddie's left over at Eddie's house for a couple of weeks, and Eddie noodled on it a little bit, and when he got it back, Eddie had taken a magic marker, a Sharpie, and drawn designs all over it. So like little lines and arrows, and he signed it, Eddie Van Halen 2010. So I have one that Eddie played in his home. And then I have a BC Rich Gunslinger that was made by BC Rich as a sister guitar to a BC Rich bass made for Michael Anthony that was given to Michael Anthony to give to Eddie. Now, after that, it gets kind of gray because there's a few versions of what happened after Michael delivered it to Eddie's house. Did Eddie play it? Did he immediately sell it? Did he, look at it and say, what a pain in the ass? There's a rumor that he gave it to one of his techs because he couldn't stand looking at it. So I don't know exactly what the story is. The rumor also says, it was a joke that when Eddie asked, hey, I'm recording, can you bring me this guitar that they brought Eddie, the BC Rich? And he said, get that fucking guitar away from me. There's a lot of rumors about that. All I know was Michael Anthony gave it at some point to Eddie. After that, I don't know what happened, but I own it now. And it's a BC Rich Gunslinger with a fish on it. And
Get that fucking fish away from me.
Yeah, that's what the rumor says, was that, they kept bringing it to Eddie as a joke in the studio. And he said, you know what? You want one of my guitars? Fine. That's your guitar. Get it the fuck out of here. And again, I can't substantiate it without talking to Eddie. All I know is Michael Anthony had a bass made with that graphic, and that Gunslinger was made for Eddie to be a sister to that guitar. And I don't know what happened after Michael gave it to Eddie, but I own it now. And I've had it on the show. And, I'd like to know if Eddie played with it or if he just looked at it and said, I don't want the same graphic as Michael, or I don't, I have no interest in it, whatever it is. At some point he owned it. That's all that matters. But, until I literally get FaceTime with Eddie and say, hey, do you remember this stupid guitar? And he says, yeah, I remember it. That's the only way I'm going to find out. But the other guitar,
more like he'll say, I never owned that fucking thing.
He could
he says that about most of his Stripe guitars. I never owned that.
I'll tell you what, he could very well say that, because originally Michael Anthony denied knowing anything about it. And I said, what are you talking about? You had a bass that had that graphic. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. And then I approached him another time and said, what's the deal? Here's a photo of you with that fucking bass. And he's like, okay, here's the story. It was stolen. And, Dan Lawrence did that graphic for me. And BC Rich made, a Gunslinger to match it. And, but originally he denied even knowing about it. So who knows? All I know is it's a cool guitar. I own it now. And as the Charvel goes, I know Eddie noodled on it because he took the time to draw all over it. So
show that guitar for people that don't remember it. You have it handy?
I have it handy. Let me see. Hold on a second. Which one are you talking? The Charvel?
It's Charvel.
Okay, hold on.
And while John's gone, Johnny can say something.
I played that guitar.
There you go.
That was the first guitar I played when he's like, I was at his house and he's like, what guitars do you want to play? That was the first one I wanted to see.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there looking at that thing like, man, this is cool.
Because it is. It is cool.
It's way cool in person because you see all the drawing, you know, he doodled all over it.
He made black stripes all over it.
Well, black lines. It just has
they're
lines.
still stripes. They're just tiny. That's
there. It is.
Okay. Yeah, I have it handy because I brought it out for when Johnny was over. He wanted to play it. But you could see like all the little details and stuff. This was all drawn by Eddie. All the little, scribbles here and the squiggles down here and all the little lines and the little arrows in between. And this was all drawn by Eddie with a Sharpie. And again, the person that left this at his house was a mutual friend of Eddie's and mine who basically brought it over to show Eddie and say, hey, look at this. Here's an old Charvel with the red and white graphic, which was unusual because back in the day, they usually, when Grover Jackson was, basically stealing Eddie's designs to sell, he was making a lot of black and yellows. He didn't make a lot of red and whites. He made very few. This is one of them. And he brought it to Eddie and he left it there. And, Eddie basically said, yeah, I'll give it back to you in a couple weeks. He noodled on it around the house. Who knows how much, but some little playing of it was accomplished. And when he gave it back, he basically, he signed it. It used to say it was personalized. I got rid of that name. And now it just says Eddie Van Halen, the signature and then Van Halen 2010.
I would have just changed my name to whatever that name was.
One interesting thing about this specific guitar is this Charvel neck was the specific neck used to make the Charvel Grover Jackson Legacy series. When they wanted to take the specs of a vintage neck, this was the exact neck they used to measure out for that blood splatter series they did. And the reason we know this is there's a photo of Grover Jackson at the factory holding this specific neck, and you can match the tip of the headstock. You see it's got that chip right there. And you can see certain little marks on it and stuff. You could tell it was this specific headstock, and it was included in a DVD that this was the cover of the DVD is Grover holding this neck. And that DVD came with every Grover Jackson Legacy blood splatter guitar that they issued out in that series. So you look at the cover of the DVD and you're like, oh, there's that neck. Grover's holding it.
Wow. What year guitar is that? What year was that?
It's a pre-pro. So this is like this is probably about 1981, 81. It's a pre-pro. So before they started serializing them.
Cool. Yeah, because that was even before Eddie had like a red and white striped guitar that even looked like that.
Let's see. They had. I'm trying to think.
Because they started making guitars that look like that when he was with Kramer.
What year did he start doing red and white?
Well, technically, the
79.
Frankenstein was done in 79.
Okay.
But it didn't look like that, though. That looks more like what his Kramer's look like in like 82, 83.
It would have to be maybe. See, it's a pre-pro, but it's like maybe 80.
Yeah, but the thing is, Grover Jackson never did three color striping patterns. He only did two. He did black and yellow. I've seen some black and whites, and I've seen some red and whites. And
Correct.
They only did them. He only did them. They only had Strat headstocks until 82 for the public.
Right.
In 83, if say a celebrity like Warren DeMartini wanted a Charvel with a Strat neck, he would make a Strat neck Charvel for Warren. But
Correct.
you couldn't buy them. You couldn't buy them like that.
But as of 83, he was using pointy headstocks because I
the
have
public.
another red and white that has a pointy headstock that's 83.
Yeah, but that's for the public. I'm talking about Strat headstock only.
Right. Well, keep in mind, this neck isn't original to this body. This guitar was mudded together. This neck was off of, I think, a Star or an Explorer body, but it was mudded together early. You know, they're both vintage pre-pro. It's a pre-pro neck and it's a pre-pro body, but they definitely weren't matched together originally.
Okay.
But it does have a Floyd. And that was, only special request at the time. Because I don't see
It's not a vintage Floyd though. That's an original. That's like that's the newest version of that. It's an 80s Floyd, but it's not an
early 80s Floyd.
It's not an early 80s Floyd.
Right. No, the Floyd's not original. I mean, as fine tuners and,
Even so, I mean, they made some with fine tuners back then that would have been on that guitar, but that's not one of them.
No, it's not. But as it sits right now,
it's still cool as shit.
Yeah.
That
guitar, like I said, this has Eddie's mojo on it.
I would kill to have that in my collection. No, maybe not kill, but I would do a lot. I would do a lot to have that in my collection.
Look out!
I played the guitar. It's amazing.
Yeah,
I played it.
It's definitely a great playing guitar.
That was the first guitar I wanted to play. And he made me play other guitars.
Yeah, no, I held Johnny at gunpoint. I pulled out a pistol. I said, "You motherfucker, don't you go to bed yet. I have so much shit that you need to fucking play. I got a fucking guitar."
And for breakfast, you're gonna have 50-year-old cereal.
It's funny.
I was cramming Fruit Brute cereal down Johnny's throat.
I gotta use the bathroom, so I gotta add somebody else in here.
Yo,
hey there.
What's happening?
Mate, that guitar really does have some mojo, but what the hell's with 21 frets? That's just so strange.
That's originally what the early Charvels had, was 21.
Yeah. Anything before 82 all had 21 frets.
So I guess like back in the early days, they were kind of going for like a Fender vintage throwback thing for Fender vintage.
That was the idea of early Charvels, was they were hot rodding guitars to be like super Fenders.
Yep. Definitely.
How are you, Jason?
I'm all right. I actually took, by the way, Brett McCord, thank you, because Brett was like pounding the chat saying, Jason, come on, get him on. That was very nice. So thank you, Brett McCord. And thank you, Michael Smith, for many reasons.
Of your name.
You were sorry? You were what?
I was pounding my pud saying your name.
That's gross.
That's what I thought you said. Well, no, it makes sense. I mean, why wouldn't he?
Well, because it's gross.
Jason McNamara! Jason
McNamara! It's Mancuda. What do you do?
Oh, God. Jim Nicholas asked, were Warren DeMartini's Charvel Strats from 83 to 85 all one-of-a-kind models just made for him? Yes, they were.
Warren's graphics were specifically made for him, mostly by Glenn Matasiel, who worked at Jackson Charvel at the time. And he came up with things like snakeskin, and he came up with, the kabuki masks. He came up with the blood splatter skull. And I have early factory photos of when those were designed, just seeing them come out of the factory fresh painted before Warren even got to them.
Nice. You were saying before about Chris Holmes' guitars. Do you know where the Budweiser Star guitar is?
Smashed, destroyed by Lita Ford. When Chris and Lita Ford got into a big fight, supposedly he cheated on her or something like that, she literally smashed that Budweiser Star to bits.
I did hear that one. I did hear that story. I forgot it was that guitar. That was such a classic guitar, man. That Wasp, like, for me, the Wasp Live in the Raw album, I don't know how truly live it really was, but Wasp Live in the Raw is still one of my favorite metal live albums of all time.
Cool.
Mhm.
Chris
cool.
had some interesting guitars. He played a bunch of Stars, and then he had that one rear-loaded Rhodes, and that one has undergone like 7 or 8 different changes, and he beats the shit out of his guitars. Not like Lee to beat the shit out of that guitar.
But that's a cool guitar, though. Like the reverse Strat style headstock on a Star body. That looks really cool. That's the one thing I have issue with Eddie's Star guitar. I don't like that 3-a-side headstock he's got on that thing. I know it's classic. I just don't like that headstock on that guitar.
I mean, back then, that's what they were using was the Strat headstocks for those early ones.
I tell you the truth, the first neck that was on Eddie's Star, the
Hello to
first
everyone
one in
the chat, by the
'79.
way.
Hey, Jason.
Hey, Johnny. How you doing, mate? You good?
I'm sick.
Yeah, I'm
Still?
sick too, man.
Yeah.
God, you guys have still got Namthrax.
I have been choking on phlegm or cock, I don't know which, but I've been choking on phlegm all week and just sleeping. I mean, I feel like garbage, but I'm happy to be here with everyone tonight.
It took me a while to readjust my body, I got to be honest. I ran myself so on like the lowest battery possible to be able to keep myself going through NAMM just by lack of sleep and just working too hard. And I got
Jason,
home and
you
plus,
need Bang energy drink. You need Bang energy drink.
Dude, I can't do energy drinks. They fuck me up so badly. If I have an energy drink, I'm just like a hamster on a wheel that just keeps going for
And
like
there's
12 hours.
nothing I love shoved up my ass more than a good energized hamster.
That's maybe that's what I did wrong with my hamsters. I didn't shove them up my ass.
Oh my
Thank you, by the way, Bang Energy Drink, as we discuss anal stimulation with hamsters. Thank you, Bang Energy Drink.
There's your tagline. Bang energy drink. Anal stimulation with hamsters.
Dude, I have so many times just basically, plug Bang Energy Drink during a conversation about NAMBLA or cunnilingus or hookers or
Sorry,
some other
Dave's now got like a swirly Ibanez. I had nothing you said as soon as I saw that guitar. Is that a 6-string, Dave? So that's a 6-string, right?
Yes.
Now, it's originally an RG550?
It's not an
It's originally an RG570, right?
It's not an RG550 or a 570. It's a Q. It's still a Prestige, a 98 Prestige with a quilt maple top and a mahogany body.
Yep.
So this one's heavy, and this one sounds bigger and beefier than a 550.
I love those swirls.
I'm sorry?
I love those swirls.
Shush, John.
What?
He's trying to say something.
Is it a Q420 or Q520?
It's a Prestige. It's the one with all the it's the better one.
I know the guitar you're referring to, and it's got a 5-way switch on it or a 3-way.
Yes, 5-way. 5-way.
Cool. I know the guitar. I know the model.
Yeah, with an edge.
Was it originally blue?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I got it like this.
Yeah, I'm an Ibanez nerd. Actually, it's funny. Did any of you guys see my video that I put out of me and Mike Arrigo, the artist relations manager from Ibanez, talking about the new P?
The new P?
P. They've come out. Is that the yellow one? The P?
I knew that was coming. Don't eat the yellow snow.
Oh
No.
I did a video. That the white one?
My internet's fucking up, unfortunately.
I saw your video on the Pia guitar. I saw it.
I just got a text message from Mike Arrigo, the guy who's in the video with me, who's the Ibanez Artist Relations Manager. This is great. He's very, very, very shy on camera. He just doesn't like doing it. Like, I'm the only dude he did a video with last
Bring him
NAMM.
in.
I'm the only dude he did it with this NAMM. You know what? I could probably organize that actually and do it sometime where we plan it out. So that then when I call people like I did with Red Dave off the bat, and I was like, "Do you want to jump on now?" It just throws them off their guard because they don't expect it, But anyway, he wrote back to me. I just said to him, I've just published our NAMM video together. I hope you like it. That was a couple of days ago. He wrote back to me just like 10 minutes ago, 12 minutes. Good job, Jason, with an exclamation mark. I don't look like too much of an asshole.
Tell him we found that other video with him.
Oh,
Yeah, no, I know where you're going, and we're not going to do that to him. He's a good dude. So listen, here's what I wanted to come on the show and talk about, because of you guys talk about all the ESP classic guitars and all these celebrity guitars and all your famous selections and stuff. To be able to fund Electric Encounters, my TV show and documentary series, I have got a bit of a thing going on with Reverb.com, who are going to support us, and they're going to open us up a store online, which they do anyway, it's their job. And we have a bunch of companies who are coming on board to support us. And look, the reality is with any business today, not many people are cash like overfilled that they can just donate money. But a bunch of companies have actually pledged that they're going to donate instruments that are instruments by artists, signature models that are signed and specifically available that will be for purchase. But certain companies, who I'm not going to reveal their names yet, I don't want to give away too much by saying anything out loud, have had a slight discussion with me about the fact that they're going to open up the vault and they're going to get out some of the prototype instruments from back in the day that are just sitting there doing absolutely nothing except collecting dust, so to speak. They're probably in cases and stuff, and they're going to donate them to us so that we can sell them to be able to raise some funds to be able to bring Electric Encounters to life. So there are going to be some very unusual and unexpected pieces available soon on Reverb.com.
Nice. I want the Lancaster, the black prototype.
Don't listen to him, Jason.
But the thing is, though, Mancuda's the kind of guy who will actually like give us money for the production as long as he gets a guitar out of it.
Well, yeah. I mean, you know.
Well, I think I know the company that you're talking about, and I'm not going to say anything, but I think John might be interested in one or two of those.
I'm not going to.
You never know.
Say any words out loud that could get me in trouble. But anyway, but yeah, like there's a few companies that are actually interested in doing some stuff. And oddly enough, I actually met JC, the new CEO of Gibson. I was hanging out with Phil X after Phil had done his set. Oh my God, he was so on fire. Were any of you guys there seeing Phil X's set when he played at the Gibson booth at 5 p.m. on the Friday?
I was there.
I don't remember where I was.
How good was that, Johnny?
It was awesome, man. It was.
Phil is like another level of performer. He's like Robert Plant with his voice, and I don't even know who to compare him to on the guitar. He's just got rock sensibilities up the yin-yang like AC/DC, but he's got the skills of like a George Lynch type of a dude. He's just so fucking good. You know, him and Richie Kotzen for me are quite similar. There you go. Like Stephen, I can't even pronounce his last name because Supermorris? Supermus? Am I getting that right? Anyway, just said X is a beast. Thank you. He said X is a beast, and he's bang on. He's amazing.
Supermus.
Super performance.
Something like that.
Supermus.
Soup for
with your name. Is that a real name, Stephen? Is that a real born family name? It sounds Greek if it is.
I think it's Greek, right? Yeah.
He's laughing at us.
You fucking assholes.
Anyway. So, yeah. So Felix was great, and then after Phil had played, I was hanging out with Phil in the backstage, and he actually introduced me to JC. We had a little chat, and I told him quickly about the show, and even he said, "Look, at Gibson, we'll support you. We'll send you out some stuff, and so I'll even have some Gibsons on the store once we get everything sorted out." And there's a bunch of companies that are on board to help us out, so I'm pretty excited.
Nice. That's gonna be a great show, man.
Thank you. I got to make this thing real. Like I've been working on it for 2 years now. It's got to come to life, and it's going to be good for so many people.
When you do a labor of love like that, that's the best type of show. It really is.
You.
That's when it comes out good.
I'm setting up the business as a non-profit because I want to make sure that it's done right. You know,
Yeah.
I don't want somebody coming in and trying to buy it and take it over and fucking the whole thing up.
Because that is what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Jason, did you go to the Steve Vai show at the House of Blues?
The funny thing is, yes, I did, but we left before Steve had even played. The ticket said 7 p.m. I had 4 free passes, and I went along, and it turned out that Steve wasn't playing till 9:30, and I had to get back to the Ultimate Jam night, or the Ultimate Namm night over at the Hilton, because there was a few things going on there, and I needed to catch up with some people for contacts for what I'm doing for the show and stuff. And we had left, I was with my buddy Jade, we had left at maybe 8:30 to get back to the Hilton. So I didn't end up seeing Steve play, unfortunately.
The reason I ask is because, I put these tremolo, I don't remember what they're called.
Whammy bars.
Yeah, but these tremolo bars, they have the
The fiberglass?
The ultralight.
they're
Kevlar?
Yeah, sorry?
The ultralight.
Yeah, the ultralight bar. I mean, they're super expensive, like $80 a bar. So they're on all of Steve's guitars, and there is video of him actually breaking one off of the pink Pia guitar. So
Wow,
funny.
I haven't seen that.
He's doing one of these things, and then all of a sudden it's still sticking in here, and it's bent the other way. And he's looking at it like, what the hell did I just do? It was so funny. So I was wondering if you actually saw that.
No, I didn't. Cameron Brown sent me a message. I was having a quick read, so you guys chat amongst yourselves for a sec.
Let me take the time, since we're talking about people who are shredding. I wanted to just give a huge shout out and basically a review of Ethan Broch's new CD, because I saw him at NAMM, and we're going to get him on the show soon. Ethan, for those of you guys that don't know, Ethan is like a classic 80s shredder in the vein of something like a Joe Satriani or a Jason Becker or kind of Lynchy. But this is his third CD. It just came out, Ethan Broch Conspiracy. This thing has 14 tracks on it, all instrumental, and he's got a couple of guests on there. Satchel is on there, and you might remember he was recently on Stephen Sweet's recent CD project, and he played a video off his last CD with George Lynch. You can go on YouTube and look up Ethan Broch and see a bunch of videos, including 2 of them right now from Conspiracy. I was playing this today. If you like Cacophony or Satriani's stuff or Tony McAlpine's stuff, this is a CD you want to get because it is so fucking good. And Ethan is personally responsible for Fender bringing back the heavy metal Strat, the HM Strat that was popular in the late 80s back then. That was Ethan's signature guitar, and they basically brought it back into production for him. So he promotes it and he plays it. And if you're familiar with his work, if you like I said, like Tony McAlpine's Tears of Sahara kind of stuff, you want to get Ethan's new CD. It's so fucking good. And in the booklet, because I love buying the physical CDs because I still support artists that way when I like them. If you look in the booklet that it comes with, it has this little explanation behind every track. So he'll go through like every track, what he was thinking when he wrote it and what he was trying to convey, and he'll say what inspired him to write every one. And it's really cool. I mean, it's just a great, great CD. So you could go on his website and or you could go on his Facebook page or Amazon or wherever and pick one of these up. I just highly, highly recommend it. Ethan Broch Conspiracy.
Was that an HM Strat he was playing in the middle of that CD, the black one?
Yeah, right there. And if you look at his first album, he uses a lot of HM Strat to record. And in his first video was called Hitman, HIT space MAN, Hitman. And if you look at that was from his first album a couple years back. You'll see him playing like a raspberry colored HM Strat, a vintage one. And now on the new Conspiracy, he's playing like a black sparkle one. I guess they custom made for him. But it's so good. It's so fucking good. If you like that type of shredder, which I do, and I know a lot of you guys out there do, check this CD out. Very, very, very cool.
We lost Jason.
No, we didn't.
There he is.
There he is. Jason,
Sorry.
do you know Ethan?
No, I was actually asking you while you were talking. Is he any relation to Neely Brosh?
Neely is his sister, yes.
There you
And
go.
she
runs in
is
the family.
a great guitarist in her own right.
Nah, she's shit. She's a girl. She can't like, yeah, no, she's awesome, dude. She's
Well, she plays
freaking
with her
amazing.
clip like every other girl. They're great.
Do you know for a fact that she does?
No, I don't.
No.
I know Neely, but no, she's a great guitarist, and and Ethan is terrific, and you should definitely check out the new CD.
No, that's a hard thing. There's so much music out there to check out. Like I have an Apple Music account, so I can listen to music whenever I want to, and there's just so much to listen to. It's really tough.
That's why I'm recommending things.
That's why songs should only be 20 seconds long nowadays.
That's 14 tracks. That's a lot of music.
You know what? I don't want to take away from what you're promoting. Don't get me wrong, but I want to recommend an album too. But it's not in competition to that. I'm just getting it up on my phone here so I can show you guys the artwork and so on. There is a band out of Norway. Anybody know a Norwegian heavy metal band? Anybody?
A few of them.
The band is Circus Maximus. They have an album called 9. This album, now Circus Maximus from 2012, is by far their most popular record they've had. This, for me, is like a quintessential, believe it or not, perfect album. And I say perfect because from start to finish, for me, it is just a beautiful ride. Like much like, say, Pink Floyd's not the Wall. The Wall kind of makes me feel
Dark
really
Side of the Moon.
uncomfortable. Dark Side of the Moon, I think, is one of the best albums ever recorded from start to finish. And thank you, Dave. Much like, say, there's most albums you usually have a song or two that you skip because they just annoy you. For me, the contextual factor of Circus Maximus's 9 from start to finish is just a magnificent album.
Like any Van Halen record.
I want to say that you're right, but I have a few tracks on Van Halen records I just can't listen to.
Oh, let's talk about that.
Is that because it's Van Halen or because you just want to sling some shit around the place?
Oh, because I was gonna say I never skip tracks on any record. You know,
Interesting.
never. When I put on a record, I listen to it all the way through. You know, for the experience.
I do too.
Plus, I'm driving a lot, and I'm zoned out anyway.
Johnny falls asleep at the wheel.
Yeah, that's not
He
a
likes
good idea.
music to lull him to sleep.
Renus Pinkle says he can't listen to Secrets. It's not his cup of tea. And Secrets is one of the best songs Ed ever wrote. One of the best songs.
I know I'm going to get decimated for doing this, but I've just got to quickly grab out a track reference list. Give me a second, because people are going to absolutely cane me for this one.
Yes, let's.
Speaking
Look
of
at you, Johnny,
Jason,
you're so excited.
if
I'm
you guys
awake.
are out there right now, please leave a thumbs up on the video. I see we
Leave
got
thumbs
a lot
up.
of viewers right now.
Subscribe. We got 100 people watching. Shauna Marie, you bought Triumphant Hearts? Awesome. Jason Becker's new album? Awesome, Shauna. Awesome. I was at Jason's house a couple years ago and heard some of those tracks as previews before actually any of the stuff was done.
Man, I saw all kinds of spit come out of your mouth.
It's not spit.
I'm not talking to you.
Aha.
Oh my gosh. Michael Smith.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you, dude.
Thank you, brother.
Cameron Brown.
Cameron didn't like I'll Wait, or he did?
I don't know. 7 over 8 is here. About time.
Oh, Jay, welcome
No,
to the
Jay's
party.
been here.
Jay's been here.
Hello.
Chat.
Shows you how much
Okay.
I've been paying attention.
I love
all right.
I'll Wait.
Look at how
All right.
excited Johnny is.
Yes.
Here's a record I can't listen to from start to finish.
Oh.
Doiva down.
I can't listen to this record from start to finish without just. I've got to skip. I can't do it. There's a few tracks in there. I can't do it. I can't listen to that record from start
Let's
to
see the
finish.
track list. Put up the track list real quick.
Well, look, I mean, I'll be honest with you. The ultimate culprit they didn't even write, which is Dancing in the Streets.
Here.
See, I'm not a fan of Dancing
do
in
it.
the Streets.
Johnny, I got it right here. Oh, it's not really focusing. Okay, so here
Yeah.
we go.
I'll do it.
So-
I'll find it.
Okay, Johnny's got it.
Here we go.
Jason Wade says Nick
The
Johnson
whole thing from start to
is
finish.
really good too.
Nick Johnson's phenomenal. He's a great player.
He is a great player.
It's just oh man.
You know, but I mean, the opening riff on that song.
No.
It doesn't matter. It's a cover. It
Well,
doesn't matter.
it's published. It's still, you know,
Yeah, it matters.
play it wrong.
Where have all the good times gone? I love them. Let's see.
Hang 'em High Cathedral, no problems, but like just yeah. Anyway,
I mean, Where Have All the Good Times Gone is such an amazing version of that song. I mean, I know the Kinks wrote it, but that version of that song is unbelievable.
I mean,
I
this
love
is
that
almost
song.
a covers album. Almost a covers album.
Yeah, but it's not. It's got more originals and covers.
I never liked Big Bad Bill.
Oh, who does? But it's fun. It's a fun song. It's just, whatever.
Happy
They
Trails
got
is
his
a
dad-
fun
they got his
song.
dad on.
Big Bad Bill, yeah.
Full Bug is great. I mean, Little Guitars, does it get any better than that?
Yeah, that's a great one.
Yeah, it does, but it's still awesome.
Hang 'em High, what an amazing song. I mean, that's like a song from 1975.
Yeah, that's a good song too.
See now, look, somebody was
Uh-huh.
asking this on maybe on Johnny's Eddie Van Halen group or one of the groups the other day. What's your go-to Van Halen song that when you just want to get yourself pumped up and go, yeah? What's your Van
Unchained.
Halen's again?
Unchained.
Happy Trails.
Nice choice. Dave?
Unchained.
I'm gonna
Definitely Unchained.
I'm going to go Mean Streets.
When you want to get pumped up,
And listen to the vocals. Listen to the
I'll
lyrics.
tell you what
Yeah.
mine is. And again, I know I'm out on the outsides of the club here. Pound Cake all the way. Pound Cake
Oh, I love
every
that.
time. I was like,
Great song.
yeah!
Yeah, it's a great song. When I
Great
first
song.
heard that song, I said to myself, Van Halen is back. Because I mean, I love 5150, I love All You Went too, but really after the first 5 records, they're not really the bang like those first 5 records. Then I heard Pound Cake, I'm like, Van Halen's back. I don't care who sings.
oh, I agree. Pound Cake was a terrific track.
And that's a great album. Like I really, from start to finish, love that record.
What about The Cradle Will Rock? That's a high
That's
energy.
a great tune. That's a great tune. I'm with Tom as well. Pleasure Dome, such a cool track. That whole album's awesome. And Cameron Brown and Michael Smith both quoted "I'm the One." God, that's a great tune.
Jay wants to know what's Mean Streets.
Mean Streets is that dark alley that you're not supposed to go to behind your house, mate.
Ned.
So yeah, Renus Pinkle, don't tell me he likes that.
It's a good song. Good song.
802 Blues says somebody get me a doctor. Oh, sorry, yeah, somebody get me a doctor. And what else have we got out here?
Cameron Brown says, I'm the one.
Yeah,
It's a good
That's what I
song.
just
It's a
said.
really good song. I mean, they're all really good.
Running with the Devil's high energy.
yeah, but that doesn't do the same thing for me personally. It's just me.
No, I mean, for me, it's definitely Unchained, followed by The Cradle Will Rock.
Good song. Very little guitar on that one.
I really dig a lot of the Sammy era so much, and I don't like people competing Sammy versus Dave. I think because 1985 when 5150 came out, and keep in mind I'm from Australia, obviously not from America, so it was a bit different. We never had Van Halen touring back in the day. I mean, the first time Van Halen ever came to Australia was with Gary Sharon, if I remember.
I remember that, and I saw Eddie for a week, the whole week just before he went there.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Just
that's when
before
you
they
did
went
the guitar thing.
Yeah.
So, that was the first time we ever had them out. And I will admit, I didn't see that tour, unfortunately. I don't remember what was going on. I think I was overseas. I think I was in Dubai at the time. I think that was the reason. Anyway, with 98, I was definitely in Dubai. But the Sammy era really did it for me, because 1985 was when I turned 13 and was when I picked up guitar. So the earlier stuff I got into as I got older, not back at the time when it was going on, because I didn't have any people in my family or whatever who were real rock music fans that would listen to Sabbath and Zeppelin and all that. I had some Queen influence, but I didn't have the others, unfortunately, including Van Halen.
When I first met you, Jason, I thought you were more of a Duran Duran kind of guy.
Funny enough, I love Duran Duran.
So do I.
Really do.
They were very talented.
So do I.
And
I love everything about that band.
That's the thing about Duran Duran that I think sets them apart and has never really been done the same way. Is you look at a boy band like NSYNC or Backstreet Boys and stuff, Justin Timberlake, still to this day, pretty cool, slick kind of a dude. Talented, has got the looks. He's got a great thing going on. I actually just finished watching for the second or third time last night the Social Network movie that he's in.
Oh, yeah.
Good role.
I remember that one.
It's an interesting film just to look at business, and it's kind of got my wheels turning about how I'm going to do things with my show and set things up as well. As Stephen just said, he loves Andy Taylor, and that's right.
Who doesn't?
Duran Duran were the complete package, because all five of them were good-looking guys. I mean, Nick Rhodes, the keyboard player, was very effeminate, but he was still a decent-looking dude.
It was the time.
Exactly. They all had personality. They all had look, but they could all play. And I don't know if you guys know about this. With Duran Duran, the extended 12-inch versions of songs that they did, are you guys familiar with, like, they did the Reflex and all these other songs in 12?
Yeah.
Do you know how they actually did those?
I know how they extend to 12 inches. It's a pump. It's a pump with a vacuum on the other end of it.
Oh, my gosh.
So not where I was going, Johnny boy.
Oh, sorry.
Does anybody genuinely know how Duran Duran did that?
No, I don't know how he did it. Tell us anyway.
It was called the Night Sessions, and they would actually go back into the studio and record what you heard as an actual recording. Most bands were taking splices of tracks and taking certain bits of the multi-track and editing them and turning them into a 12-inch record. Wrong. Or going into certain points of the song and recording extended sections and actually releasing a recording. I know Mancuda's dying here because I'm saying 12-inch and doing this. It's killing him. But
no, I'm just reading the comments in the chat. Michael Smith.
I have that.
Oh, my God. Whatever you just did, don't do that again.
Those night sessions?
Yeah, man, I've got it too.
I have that. I have a huge... I have a huge collection of Duran Duran.
He has a huge 12-inch, Johnny.
I have a huge erection of Duran Duran.
Tom,
I don't have my iPod here, but there is something called the Night Sessions. There is an album, and I've got all kinds of Duran Duran like box sets and all different kinds of stuff.
Yeah, and I have when they broke into Power Station and Arcadia. Arcadia, remember Arcadia?
Hell yeah, dude! Election Day is such a good song.
Great track, great track.
Who did the scary woman vocals in the middle of the little speaking section in the middle of Election Day? Do you remember?
Grace Jones.
Very good. He gets it. I don't have a clapper thingy like Johnny does, but that's it. Well done. There you go.
Was that because of the tie with the James Bond movie?
Yes, because of A View to a Kill. That was the same time.
Okay, so Duran Duran did the song A View to a Kill, which was the movie where Grace Jones was the Bond girl.
She was the bad guy girl. Bad guy girl. Does that work?
Bad girl.
She was bad, and then she was good at the end.
She had a turnaround.
She turned around. And then they broke up right after that.
Mark Dillon, you are bang on. Andy Taylor had a solo single called "Take It Easy," which, man, I remember being 14 and having a guitar that, like, my very first electric guitar that I bought from a store was a Les Paul Junior copy, which I think had a P90 in it. It was a long, long time ago. And I used to stand in front of the mirror and play that song all the time, get my guitar moves down. And that's a great song, "Take It Easy" by Andy Taylor. And it was mentioned in here by Tom. He said he loves Warren Cucurulo. The album that he joined the band on, which was known as the Wedding album, was also just called Duran Duran, the self-titled album, which it opened up with not Come Undone. That was track number 4. It opened up with
Ordinary World.
Ordinary World. Thank you, man. That was a good record.
Johnny, wow.
I know my Duran Duran.
That's one of their best songs. I remember. Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. No, yeah, go.
I remember it being like 1980. When did Rio come out? What was that? 1982 or
82?
I was about to say 82. Yeah.
That record came out, and the first song I heard from that record was "Save a Prayer," and I was like, "I'm in. This band is phenomenal." And then I heard, of course, Rio, and then the other song. But
Hungry Like the Wolf,
which I didn't like the video, but I like the song. But I heard "Save a Prayer." I'm like, man, this is different, and I love it. It was like the same thing with when I first heard the band Saga.
Oh God!
I saw the video. I heard the single. I'm like, I'm in. All right, I may as well be Canadian because I love this band.
Saga. That
I've
song,
never heard of that band.
Wind Him Up.
Yeah. Huh?
That song, Wind Him Up by Saga, incredible.
Yeah. You gotta. They're still around. Actually, they still tour. They don't, but they haven't put a record out. You have
the Tubes.
The Tubes. The Tubes. The Fix. All those bands. I was like, yeah. But the Tubes really is Toto with Fee Waybill singing.
Oh, that was later. That's not the real Tubes. The real Tubes is
Toto and Asia. I mean, you had all those kind of bands like all of a sudden on MTV.
I'll give you another one that was just phenomenal, and all I have to play is like one chord, and it won't get Johnny his strike that he's so scared of. But
I love that fucking Ivan.
Oh man, this guitar, this is just.
That's what that 542P.
540P2.
P2. Okay.
That's
I love that
guitar and a great color.
I love that guitar.
5-alarm red. This is my baby. This is my
love it.
Go to the grave with guitar. I think.
I'll be digging it up.
This is a classic song.
I'll be with a shovel at your funeral.
Oh my God.
All right, so Jason's going to play something that's copyrighted, and that's going to open the floodgates for me.
Mm-hmm.
I knew you were going to say that.
Well, he's frozen, and it's not my fault.
Yeah, this lawsuit brought to you by Bang Energy Drink.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Brett. I play in a band, and we play Ordinary World. We play that song.
What are the chords in that song?
I don't know.
Oh, Headstock Karen brought up "She's a Beauty." I love that song.
Well, that's What's that?
The Tubes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, it's the Tubes, but it's that's when they got really commercial.
I love that.
The Tubes are around for years, way before that. I was actually in a cover band with Bill Spooner from the Tubes.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, there's Jason. Jason, you have two different windows open. There's two Jasons.
Sorry, guys.
Oh my God, they're cloning him.
Are you gonna jam with yourself?
He's a pod person. He's a pod person.
I have no idea how I've got two windows open. I can only see one on my end. Anyway, so here's a great song from that era that I reckon you guys will know straight away.
Oh no!
The Outfield.
Man, that song is such a great song.
Where the fuck did Josie go on vacation? They never said.
There is actually an incredibly cool video that I wish I had have made myself. I rarely get jealous of interviewer videos, but this one I did. There's a dude called of rock or the professor or something, and he actually does an interview quite recently with the lead singer from the outfield. He did one on Africa by Toto with David Page and with Steve Lukather and I forget who was the other person in it. And he's done a bunch of these videos, and it's incredibly cool, the interview about that song.
Is Dave okay?
Me?
Oh,
I thought you dropped dead. I saw you slump over.
Snickers is going like this under my leg, so I was just petting her.
I thought I was just boring him to death.
You know, I go under your leg like that, mate.
Sorry.
He's going for a thumbnail there, Dave.
Sorry.
Love that song.
Anybody know this riff?
don't tread on me.
Don't tread on me, of course.
I love you guys.
I just heard that Damn Yankees song the other day. Today, actually.
Man,
Today.
that band, man, for me, wow. Damn Yankees was especially, I like the second album more than the first album. Most people think that's
do it again. They should definitely reform again.
They did try a couple of times.
They
Had
did.
a couple of NAMM jams.
Yeah, they played
but-
like acoustically at a NAMM one year.
Ted was just screwing around the whole time and kind of messed the whole thing up.
Well, they should do it without Ted. They should find another guitar hero.
I'll do
Dude,
it. I'll do
come
it.
on, it's Ted
Me.
I saw them without Ted. They opened up for Van Halen in Oakland. Actually, they were called Shaw Blades.
Was that
And it
with
was-
Michael Cardelloni on drums, though?
Yeah, with him on drums, and then I don't know who was on guitar, but they did like Night Ranger. They did Damn Yankees. This
No,
is opening for
Wow.
Van Halen.
who wasn't on
It was a
guitar?
cool show.
Who was on bass? I don't know. Was on guitar.
Jason Wade, yes, I do like Honeymoon Suite. I liked all those bands from like 82 to 86. Loved all of them.
It's like another
Yeah.
British invasion.
Spandau Ballet, another great one.
Well, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know,
Come
man.
on.
That's enough.
Tony Hadley had a great voice.
Yeah, but he was so. It just wasn't my bag. It just wasn't my bag.
Dave, is this your bag?
No, that's your bag.
What
Yes,
about?
your yam bag.
I wasn't a big fan of many more than about 4 of their singles, but Tears for Fears, Shout, what a song!
Love Tears for Fears.
Oh yeah.
The whole. In fact, they're still together and they're still touring.
What a great song Head Over Heels was.
Mm-hmm.
I played that to my kids actually, and the only thing they liked about the music video was the chimpanzee.
He's
Makes
throwing
perfect
his
sense.
own dung.
Exactly. Oh man, there's so many riffs I want to play on the show, but Johnny will just get so upset because he'll.
Well,
not
he's
here.
sitting
He's
on
not
the
here.
calculator right now, adding up the fines.
He's not here. He's not
Exactly.
here. He's not here.
Oh! Oh my god.
Johnny gets the bill, man.
Johnny's going to watch the playback of that and find it, and you won't be on the show anymore. You'll be
That's all right. I'm starting a new show anyway. It doesn't matter.
Oingo Boingo. Now, Jason Wade, Oingo Boingo. Danny Elfman, what a god of a musician he is. I'm a big fan of the Nightmare Before Christmas movie, and to hear him composing and singing Jack Skellington's lead vocal, holy crap, that dude is amazing.
I was never an Oingo Boingo fan.
Nah, me neither.
Anybody know which Damn Yankee song this is? Oh, sorry, I'm on the neck pickup. Oh. There it is. Anybody know that one?
Not ringing a bell.
Anyone in the chats?
How about this song? Tell me the band and the name of the song.
Yeah, Rock You Like a Hurricane by the
No.
Scorpions.
I forgot the name of the band, but the song is Anything, right? Is the song called Anything?
No. What's the name of the band?
I don't know what song
I'll let you know when Johnny gets the actual printout of the bill.
it is.
This band has been out of print for such a long time, no one will ever know.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
they
it's
will.
not Wing It,
It's Europe.
I
Ah,
get those like right when we're done. I get those emails. It tells me.
Really?
Johnny, when you do, let us know what the song was.
Yeah. Like remember when
There's-
we were in Hollywood? Remember when we were walking up and down the street last week? We got busted for two songs, but they were in Spanish. They weren't the songs I
but you
thought they
still
were
got
going to be.
You
fined
mentioned that.
for it.
You did mention that. Here you go, Dave. If you're a big fan of Europe, you know this one? Ah, where is it? Now I've messed it up. Do you know what song that was? No.
No.
I just messed up the. Where does it go?
Wait, is it a John Norm solo or is it a Key Marcello solo?
It's a Key Marcello solo. It's super.
Thank you, Jason Wade, for helping us cover the fines we're about to get.
Champion.
There's no way.
Superstitious. I just forgot where the note goes there, but man, that solo had a great run. It had a really cool where he does it and he goes. I can't remember the exact thing, but it was something along those lines. I've forgotten it now. It was
All
a
right,
great
so-
run, though.
Those of you who know the band Europe, who was the better guitar player in the band, John Norum or Key Marcello?
Oh, dude, that's a really unfair question.
I like the keyboard player.
I like his hair. I like his hair.
What was his name, Johnny?
It was do something.
Do you realize like how often Final Countdown actually gets played, like at every fucking sporting
It's
event?
ridiculous.
I love that song.
And you know, it's funny because you can use exactly the same tone on a synth. If I had my keyboard out right now, I could show you. But the same sound for Jump you can use for Final Countdown as well.
Huh.
Oh, isn't that sweet? Look at it. It's a cuddle time. I love that.
Hi,
There's
Dad.
nothing.
I haven't seen her since 7:00 this evening.
There is nothing better than love in this world.
I wouldn't
It's 7
know.
o'clock now.
You bastard. That's why he was in a wheelchair. It was for nothing other than making stupid cracks like that.
No, just kidding.
Yeah, of course you're not.
That's
But-
fun.
Come on, that what I just said just made the whole video though.
Yeah, it did.
Really
Well,
did.
what you said without saying anything.
Yeah. Dave quietly won the internet.
Good night, Michael Smith.
Night,
Real
Michael.
Hey, Michael Smith's leaving us. Bye-bye, Michael.
Real quick, now that Michael Smith is gone, we could start talking about some music news. Sammy Hagar and the Circle have announced that they're going on a big U.S. tour with Whitesnake and Night Ranger this summer.
Wow.
So that's very, very cool. So
Jason
you got,
Bonham,
you got
what a
the
drummer.
circle right now is Sammy Hagar, Michael Anthony, Jason Bonham, and Vic Johnson,
It's always been that lineup.
That's the
that I
line.
can recall.
and they're promoting the Space Between album that came out last year.
Mm-hmm.
About
So
time.
they're the headliners.
I don't know. They don't say, but they're doing the bill with Whitesnake and Night Ranger.
I'm
Which
thinking Whitesnake's going to be the headliner, and I'm thinking it's going to be Sammy Hagar, then Night Ranger, and then Whitesnake.
see, I think Night Ranger and the Circle might alternate. I agree that Whitesnake's probably the headliner, though. But I
don't
mean,
think
that's
David
a
Coverdale.
That's a great tour.
I don't think David Coverdale will allow himself to not be the headliner.
Right.
I think Whitesnake's the bigger band anyway.
Yeah, I mean, granted the guys that are in the circle in their original bands they would be the headliner. But the Circle is it's an opening band. They're great.
I wonder if Joel Holmstrom's going to play in both bands.
Oh, because
I don't think Hallstra is in Night Ranger anymore.
he's in Whitesnake.
No, he's in Whitesnake. He's been in Whitesnake since Doug Aldridge left. He was Doug Aldridge's replacement.
Yeah, he's in Whitesnake now.
Him and Red Beach are on guitars.
But I think both Red Beach and both Joel Hoekstra were both the second guitar players in Night Ranger as well for a little while.
No, I don't recall ever
Was Red in Night Ranger?
Oh, maybe not
No.
Red Beach, but Joel Hoekstra was.
Joel
was.
For a long time, yeah.
Yeah.
But not anymore.
He's a monster.
There's another
player.
guy. There's another guy with black hair, short black hair. That's the second guitar player, and he does all of Tom Watson, whatever his name. What?
Tom Watson.
Not Tom Watson.
Jeff.
Jeff Watts. He does all of Jeff Watson's parts like verbatim.
Yeah. And some fan of his, not Jeff Watson, the guy you're talking about, I don't know how this happened, but somebody created like a fan account for him, and somehow I added them on Facebook. And so for a long time, I thought I was friends with that actual dude.
The guitar
Turns
player.
out it's a fan. It's somebody else posting the stuff.
This is like when that dude was faking the John Sykes account last year.
The one that liked my page?
Johnny's like, hey, John Sykes is coming on the show. All of a sudden, like, he brings on the screen, it's this.
Now I have 3 pairs of glasses.
Yeah, Des, let's just stop the show to let everyone know you found your glasses. Thank God.
Dave, there is a mute button.
And that's not worth it. She said, she meaning John said, let's just stop the show because Desiree found her glasses. Oh my God.
Okay, wait a minute.
You should quit the show.
Yes.
According to redrocker.com, it says Sammy Hagar in the Circle and Whitesnake with special guests, Night Ranger.
Yeah, but all right. So, wow.
So that means Night Ranger's opening.
Wow.
Think about
It's Whitesnake, Sammy Hagar's headlining.
Come on, babies.
No, come on.
I would. That's what the poster looks like to me.
Let's see this.
Go to redrocker.com.
I'd
Yeah,
rather go to
I
Blabbermouth.
could do that right now.
I'd rather go
I
to
wonder if Sammy's
Blabbermouth.
gonna open up the show with Panama.
There's only one way to rock. That's what it'll open with.
If Night Ranger is opening, Sammy Hagar is closing.
Wow.
Yeah.
And Whitesnake are in the middle.
I can't believe Coverdale allowed that.
Neither did I. Neither can I.
I'm impressed that he allowed it. Maybe he got paid enough money just to get in the background.
Ding, 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 ding.
Well, I mean, both the tour's sponsors are rums,
Wow.
and,
that
and
makes sense
Sammy.
for Sammy.
They're sponsored by Sammy's rum.
Oh,
So of course.
okay.
Well, then that's it. Yeah, Sammy paid the bands to take a back seat.
There it is.
And you know what? It's a great great money thing for him because to have those two big bands on it and he's closing the show, it makes him look bigger than he is.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it's a good promotion for him.
The one problem I have with Whitesnake today, and it's just a part of life. When you listen to the albums, you listen to say like Bad Boys on 1987, and you hear. But then you go and see them live, you hear like. Because Dave just can't hit the notes anymore, and unfortunately, I've had to drop them so low in key. They're at least
so Sammy.
even 3.
Well, isn't he like 84 years old?
Yeah,
No, he's in his 70s.
But Sammy Hagar did the same thing. Vic Johnson's guitar is tuned down a whole step.
Oh, there you go. See, I haven't seen
I
it.
can forgive that. You know why? Because they're actually singing.
Hey, and I'm not ragging shit on. I'm just saying, as an audience member, it just feels a bit funny when you know music so well to hear it tuned down so low. That's just.
Oh, sure. And I get that, but I'm so forgiving when they're actually performing.
Yeah.
That's fine, man.
So, John.
Well,
okay,
well,
go ahead, Johnny.
what about the Rolling Stones? Did they ever tune down?
No, they're still in standard.
They're all 100.
Yeah, I know. They're still in standard.
They're all 100. I love it.
Hey, Living Color still stay in standard. Corey Glover just has an indestructible voice. You do have those guys like, say, Iron Maiden still play in standard. Bruce Dickinson has the voice.
That's an understatement.
I believe Jeff Tate still plays in standard, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Jeff's lost a lot of his ability.
Another guy who just knocks out of the park is Glenn Hughes. He could almost take things up because he's such a good singer.
Mm-hmm. I was just watching some concert the other day, and I was amazed that they were still, I can't remember the band, but they were still in concert 440 pitch. I'm like, man, that guy's old and he's still killing it. And I can't remember.
Lee Roth.
No, they're in half step down. But I watched some of the Vegas shows and he's singing very well, considering singing songs more like the records than he has done with Van Halen in the last 3 tours.
Well, we talked about that. He got that raw deal from those first recordings released. Remember?
You sure you're not talking about Yuli John Roth?
No, I'm talking about David Lee Roth. Listen to some of the YouTube. Like, don't listen to the clips. Listen to go on the full show and listen to some of the songs. He's really singing them well for him.
The trick is to find the YouTube recordings not taken right by the stage, but the ones that are set a little further back. Those are the ones you want to listen to because that's what the audience is hearing, not the monitored ones that are throwing you off because they're giving Dave an unfair deal.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of concert tours, we were talking about this a couple of weeks ago. Dokken and Lynch Mob are going out on the road together with a special encore presentation bringing George and Don together for some songs at the very end.
How's John Levin like that?
John Levin's fine because he's still in Dokken during the Dokken set. So at
who's
the end,
singing for Lynch Mob?
There's basically going to be a set of Dokken with John Levin, who's terrific, and he's a good lawyer. And then
he's been on here.
Lynch Mob. And then right after that, you're going to see Don and George come out and do like a special encore together with Jeff Pilson and Mick Brown.
So the funny thing is, you're going to see Lynch Mob do a better set of Dokken songs than Dokken.
Well, no, Dokken will do their Dokken labeled songs.
But have you heard
that? Then you'll have some Dokken songs with Don and George.
Yeah, but have you ever heard Lynch Mob do Dokken songs? They do it better than Dokken ever did.
Well, here's the trick. I mean, Don's vocals aren't what they used to be. And, George can still play what George can still play.
That's
I mean, Lynch Mob isn't going to perform Dokken songs.
Who's singing for Lynch Mob?
Oni Logan on the tour.
Okay. So it's not going to be Robert Mason.
No, Mason was on their recording, I think, but Oni Logan is going to be their touring vocalist.
I have to say, I'm actually friends with Robert Mason, and he is such a good human being.
Great vocalist, too.
He's amazing. He tore it up at the Ultimate Namm night. Like, it was so funny. He did Trainkeeper Roland, Ira Black was playing guitar, and I can't remember who the rest of the band was off the top of my head right now, but man, Robert Mason just ran around the stage like a 20-year-old on speed. He was just going for it. And I said to him after the show, I was like, dude, how the hell did you do that? Everyone else gets up and they're just doing it and they're doing their thing. You just got up and blitzed the place. He's like, well, I got one song, I got one shot, I might as well do it. He was awesome.
He's great.
Hi.
Hell of a singer.
Hi.
See, now, if we speak Warrant, my favorite Warrant record, hands down, is Dog Eat Dog.
That was still Janie.
Hi.
Say again?
That was still Janie Lane.
Yeah, it was 1993. It was well before Janie passed.
I'm a huge fan of Warrant. I think they're terrific. And
Terrific.
I mean, you know, Janie was absolutely a phenomenal frontman. But they carry on with Mason. Terrific.
Listen
They
to
do.
this. Listen to
Hey,
this. Listen to this.
Dave.
Yeah.
Dave.
Yeah.
If you're hungry, that's not the kind of Snickers you should be eating.
No, this is better than the Snickers. I'd get high diabetes numbers with the other stuff.
Don't eat that Snickers. It's called bestiality. Don't do it.
Dave's going for Chinese tonight.
Nah, it's Korean, dude.
Ah,
Seriously,
Oh.
Koreans are the ones who eat the dogs.
Yeah, Tom, this
I'm-
is Snickers.
I'm not being racist. It's the true fact. The Koreans are the ones who actually serve dog, not the Chinese.
China actually
story.
has the dog festival that was recently outlawed. So
Ah.
it's China too.
Well, maybe it's both of them then.
Hi.
Maybe I'm
All I know is don't eat dog. Stop eating dog. Stop eating bat, cat, porcupine. Stop eating things that like bring incredible fucking disease epidemics. Just eat normal fucking food. Just stop with the fucking. Don't eat dogs. Don't eat cats.
Yes. Stop eating dangerous food. Just stick to McDonald's.
Yeah.
Eat a salad.
Eat a salad. I won't even eat a
Salad
salad.
is what my food eats.
Hi, Laverna.
Hey, Laverna.
It's not a cat.
Does it taste like cat?
No, they're trying right now to figure out where that coronavirus came from, and they're basically they traced it down to that wild animal market that was in China, and they're
Yeah,
trying to
Wuhan
figure out
in
like,
China.
which crazy animals that they were eating it comes out of. Some people are saying it was like bat soup. Some people are saying it was like porcupines. But they're eating all these because they're so desperate for food. They make use of like whatever they can capture, insects or grubs or whatever. And they're like, just some plain out are not okay to eat. They're just not.
Scary.
You know?
Wow. Oh, I have Anaheim thrax.
Johnny's feeling sick just thinking about all that.
Yeah. I'll tell you one thing, you're not going to catch food poisoning at Mari's. You go there, you order your food, it's all good. That's safe.
Hey guys, I've got someone on the phone that is not only one of the coolest guys on the planet, but he is a part of Ibanez history right now. And it is
Is it
none
Larry
other than
Mitchell?
Darren Johansson, the guy who actually did all the swirls for Ibanez guitars.
Cool.
Say hi to Darren Johansson. Hang on. Say hi, Darren.
Hey man, how's everybody doing out there, man?
How you
Wow.
doing, Don?
Damn guitars.
What's
So,
up?
are you Mr. MTD Swell? Are you?
I'm doing great, Darren. Hey, listen, Darren, can I call you back in 5 minutes, or are you like really busy doing guitars right now?
Go ahead, call me back. I'm just prepping some stuff up right now.
Is one of them green and black?
Actually, yes, it is, my friend.
Woohoo!
Put
Can't
the
wait.
phone on the
Nice.
headphone.
All right, goodbye. I'll call you in a few minutes.
Why would you?
All right, take care, folks.
Wait a minute. Come back.
I need to talk to that guy.
Huh?
I want to talk to you.
He will.
Why did you?
He'll come back. He's in the middle of clearing guitars right now. He just wanted to say hi and tell me that my guitar, he's doing a green and black swirl for me.
So he's
my
the
guitar-
guy who did the passion. Is he the guy who did the Passion and Warfare guitar for Steve back in the day?
Yes.
And you hung up
Don't
on
have
him.
that guy on. That's not.
He's one of my closest friends. He's coming to my wedding. So, John, you'll see him anyway.
Well, let's do it live then. We'll do it live. Let's do it live for the wedding. We'll do a broadcast.
He's one of the guys that I have slated as a guest to come on, but he just didn't have the time to do it.
All
I
right.
need a
He was
relationship
just on.
with him. I need. Yeah, he was just on the show. What are you
He was
doing,
just here.
Dave?
Call him back.
That was the fastest guest we ever had.
All right, hang on. Let me see if I can do this without.
Send him the link. Have
Hang
him
on.
show us what he's
No,
doing
no, no.
right now.
No, he won't do that.
He's too busy right now. He's busy
Then-
swelling guitars.
Just leave him alone and let's plan it. Let's make it plan.
yeah,
Don't call him back now.
Let me get him on the show as a real guest. You know, he that's really cool though, right?
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Cool name in the phone book.
That guy's awesome, man.
Yeah.
I've got a couple of those cool names in the phone book. Just a couple.
I know you do. I know you do.
Hey, listen, speaking of cool things, so this is the anniversary of Ozzy or last week at one point was the anniversary of when Ozzy Osbourne bit the head off of a bat in a concert.
Oh, speaking of coronavirus.
To commemorate that, and this is no joke, Ozzy Osbourne has on his website issued out a limited edition plush stuffed animal bat with a removable head on Velcro. So check this out. You could buy this on store.ozzy.com.
Anything to make $1.
How cool is that? Well, this is Sharon's idea.
Yeah, what a surprise.
I almost watched them.
How cool is that, though?
$40. Really?
Oh, so you need to make more money. I got Parkinson's now. I can't do as much. Don't worry, we'll market those bat stuffed animals. We'll make a fortune. I just want to go to bed. Come on, say it.
Wait, that's on his website?
That's all. If you go to store.ozzy.com.
Store, okay.
Yeah.
Merch store, right?
love.
Yes.
I love your impression of the Osbournes, man. You do it so well. It's fantastic. It really.
I
cracks me up.
love the Osbourne. Listen, I have such a love for Ozzy and Sharon. So
Yeah.
it's when I imitate them, it's out of love. With that said, I know the real deal. You know, Ozzy just
It's
wants
funny,
to go
though.
to bed and take a nap, and he's tired. Get up! You're not making any money while you're sleeping. There you go. Look how cool that is.
Pre-order.
No.
So it's a stuffed bat, and you could pull its head off and put it back on. It comes with Velcro.
Right. You just feel like a fucking Energizer
Sharon's
bunny.
got like everything.
Shut up.
Is it Velcro or a magnet?
It's Velcro. It's Velcro.
Oh, geez.
Johnny.
What?
Darren's coming on. I just sent them the link.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah. So anything for $1, but you know what? We love Ozzy, and he still wants to tour. He doesn't think he can, but Sharon's right behind him. Go on.
I like that. My cat would love that.
I think that's cool as fuck.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's a goof, but you know what? If you're an Ozzy fan, that's a really fun thing, Or what? Valentine's Day is coming up. If your boy or girlfriend is an Ozzy fan, I think that's kind of a cool little thing to get them. I think that's fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, where was all this stuff? 40 years ago.
Yeah, listen. What I'm gonna do for Valentine's Day, I'm gonna get one of these bats. I'm going to get a Mike Gaub Headbanger shirt, and I'm going to get an Ethan Broche new CD, and I'm going to package them up and give them to someone I care about. So I think that's going to be a banner Valentine's Day.
No.
Yeah. We'll see how that goes. Yeah.
Tom just says he wants that for his review mirror.
There it is.
Riley Morgan. Yes, I actually do have, I think, one of those Van Halen books left. So if you hit me up through Facebook, you can.
I'd love it.
Facebook.com/Jason Video Music Tokyo. That's what I'm down as. So
oh, hey Jay, I meant to ask you if you ever see one of those Reb Beach WRB3s, can you let me know? Because I know you clocked one for someone recently.
For Alex King, yes, I helped Alex King.
Yeah.
Get one.
Did you see what he did to it? It looks amazing.
I saw he redid it. If you see one of these, and you know what it looks like, ready, but for the viewers at home,
Yeah.
I've wanted one of those for years. I want to see if I could find one that's not like too yellowed. And I've seen them in various stages of white and yellow.
I have
depending
never.
how it's been cared for. But if you see like a decent one, can you please hit me up?
in all of my years, I have never come across one with the graphic on it. I've only ever found a few of the red ones, or I think there was a blue and a black, perhaps. But the red ones pop
They
up
made
from
it
time
in
to
two
time.
colors. They made it in red, or they made it in the Sahara graphic.
Oh, sorry, the blue and the black was the Voyager. Sorry, yeah, that's right.
Right.
But anyway, I occasionally see them pop up in red, very rarely. But the
I
graphic,
see the red ones.
Never seen a graphic pop up. Alex King got his repainted, so he actually got the original specs from somebody,
right,
and got it redone.
But over the years, I've passed on various ones, and then I bought one and got screwed out of it that was pretty white, and then another one I just missed. So if you see one of those in Japan that's in decent shape, could you just give me a heads up?
Sure, but I've never seen one pop up ever.
Just
Never.
do it, God damn it! If you ever see one, God Jesus Christ, how much is it?
Anyway, sure.
Yeah,
I'd
appreciate it.
No, listen, it's cool. After that freak out, it's fine. No problem. I'll deliver. I'll promise you something that I can't deliver. No problems, mate. Dave, you might
do it every
want
show.
to address on the. You might want to address on the screen here, Dave. We have a super chat.
Oh, fret level midnight. Thank you, $2. Hey, Mancuda with a heart sign.
Hold on, I got to look at it. Hold on, because I just got off the chat for a second.
It was
Hold
dedicated just to you, Mancuda.
Nice. So as soon as Johnny gets back, we'll have a special guest on here.
Thank you, Fred Level Midnight. I appreciate that, man.
Fret
That
level.
keeps the show going.
Darren, are you ready?
Thank you, brother.
If he's in there, he's ready.
Oh, I see him. All right, here we go, Darren. I'm going to add you in.
Check.
There he is.
Hey, Darren Johansson.
Hey, man. That's just sad. Cut that shit out. I'll go back to drilling shit here. Don't mess with me.
Oh,
How y'all doing?
Good.
How you doing, Darren? Nice to have you.
Yeah, man. We've been talking about it forever, man.
Darren, I have to say, as one of the consummate and very well-known biggest Ibanez fanboys on the planet, which I am, I'm even wearing an Ibanez T-shirt, for God's sakes, while I'm holding an Ibanez guitar. Thank you for your contribution to the Ibanez world, mate. You have done so much incredible inspiration, and as a fan, thank you.
Man,
Absolutely.
man, you rock. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that.
Like,
And there's
What?
one right here. This is one of Darren's creations right here.
Oh,
I
what do you
have
got?
never-
Larry's?
Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
you got Larry.
it's
Oh, I
mine.
love it, man.
Yes, it was Larry's, but it's mine.
I know. It's just always Larry's.
Larry says that every time he asks for it back.
Oh, really? I still got that really bright colored one as well, man. I love that guitar.
I know. I had that at my house at one point too. That guitar is even more special because it's 24 3/4 scale length,
Yep.
like Gibson, and whereas this is 25 and a half.
Yeah, and it's the 3 single coils, which Billy wanted.
Yeah.
Well, it's not anymore. It's 3 humbuckers, single coil humbuckers.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, 3 single coil spots.
Were there ever
Yeah.
any particular swirls? Were there ever any particular swirls that you did that when they were done, you just looked at and said, "Oh my God, I have outdone myself"?
Yeah, there's several around here, actually.
wow.
Yeah, there's been many. The DNA run was like unbelievable.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
that was sexy.
Yeah, some of those really came out amazing. And then the anniversary, the 100 we did, those were
Was
just kicking.
that was
man.
the 20th anniversary.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They-
they were
they-
beautiful.
Yeah, they came out gorgeous. I got one of them as well. But everyone I did, and I did them here in this shop, everyone I did that I was looking at just like, because a lot of them just came out top notch.
I can just imagine. I want that one. I want that one. I want that one.
Yeah.
All
Hey, by the way, you
$5.
need to send another 45 guitar bodies. Sorry, Ibanez. What happened to the others? They broke.
Did you wind up keeping like one of each for yourself?
Pretty much, yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah, it was the only one I don't have is the PMC, which I hate.
This, you know what? Not that your job sucked on them, but first of all, that they just weren't like the rest of them. They weren't like the rest of them. Like for some reason, those colors faded faster than everything else. The color combination, I don't know what Ibanez was thinking or what Steve was thinking, just not good.
Yeah, actually, it was a good color combination. It was just that it, I don't know, they went together well, but it seemed like the purple faded no matter what I did to it.
Yeah.
And if you'll notice that on a lot of them, the purple and that orange faded.
There's one on Reverb right now for $8,600, and it's not even a nice. It's not even like a wow one. It's no right. But it's not a wow. You know.
Yeah.
I love the.
Yeah, I mean the GM
pyramid.
The what?
The pyramid colors on those boards, I thought came out great.
Yeah, but that's plastic.
Yeah, I think I would love to do a reshot of that whole color combination because they would just come out so much badass now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but me and Ibanez don't get along too well. Dave, check this one out, man. This is an old one I just found.
Oh my God! Look at that! Wow. Holy crap!
That's gorgeous.
That's on a gem.
It's got a little yellow in it. It's beautiful.
Actually, it's like almost an OD green.
Wow.
And the black, and the black and the silver like sparkle.
Yeah, I
they have
love
a metal flake in it.
Do you happen to have my green and black handy?
Yeah, let me go see if I can locate it without dropping everything.
Yeah, don't screw up.
Don't drop his guitar, man.
He'll just do another one.
Yeah, I had that happen not too long ago. Yeah, no, yeah. You stay out of my trash, motherfucker. Hey, look what I found.
There it is. Wow. It's my guitar.
That's gorgeous. Look at that.
And that's not even clear. There's nothing on that.
Nope.
But look at the way the swirl came out. Just the pattern.
Just incredible.
Really nice.
And thank God it's the old style because I have a neck for the old style neck joint.
Sure is. Yeah, I got to put some clear on this. I'm going to try to get it tonight as well.
Whatever.
But I got like 8. I got like 8 I'm trying to get done. So over the next couple days, it'll be done up.
Cool.
You know, it's fun. I had a friend of mine. You ever see that new like axe throwing thing?
The what?
People are throwing axes. It's called Grizzly Sport or something like that.
My neighbor does that.
A guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a guy who dropped off a bunch of handles to be done for the axes. Wow. It's kind of funny. Yeah, I don't want to see. I don't want you see me on the news. I did not axe murder anybody.
So wait. So if someone sends you something, you'll swirl it.
Yeah, it depends on what it is. Yeah,
like a fleshlight.
Don't get crit.
Oh, you're an idiot.
No, that's not happening. That's your own personal thing.
It is.
You've already swirled that. I don't want to hear it.
Nice.
Yeah, you've already swirled that. We don't want to hear nothing about it.
That's my own DNA edition.
Yeah, exactly.
Can I ask something legitimate here, please?
Say what?
What's like your favorite guitar that you kept? The one that you kept that you're like, this is my favorite that you did.
Oh, my DNA. My DNA.
Do you have it handy? Can we see it?
Possibly. Let me. Yeah, hold on a second.
See that?
Yeah, it's pretty badass.
First of all, let me preamble it by saying that the DNA that he has is number 1 of 300. It's the first one, and if you think some guitars are a high dollar amount, you won't believe what he's been offered for this and said no to.
Oh, sure I would.
Yeah, I have it up. I have it up right now for $35,000.
$35,000.
Wow.
You've been offered 35?
I have 3 people right now discussing it.
Wow.
My shop is a mess. Don't take it personally.
It's a shop. It's supposed to be a mess.
Oh, I'm going to show you something really cool in a minute.
Okay.
Oh, that's the wrong one. But this is
I love how even it.
this.
I love
I
how
pulled
even
this.
his jumper is
This
swirled.
this is my universe.
Holy!
I'll take it.
Oh my god! What series is that?
That's the REs.
Oh shit, that's
Wow.
got grey in it. That's very unusual. I don't see
Jay,
that very
get in
often.
here.
Holy!
Hey, you know what? Let me call him real quick. Let me call him. Hang on.
Jay, are you still in the chat? Oh my god!
that's-
Look,
and
Jay,
that's got
wake
a-
up.
That's got a 5-piece neck. So what year is that?
That's the REs.
So is that
what
a
year was the
2008?
REs issued?
10.
That's a 2010, right?
Yep.
Wow,
Holy crap.
that is so fucking gorgeous.
Those
I wanna
that's
get-
like. Okay.
I want to get a legitimate question in here about the swirl history thing. Do you recall
for it.
that back in, I think it was 1995 or hang on, yeah, about 95, John Petrucci from Dream Theater had an orange and brownish coloured swirl 7-string.
Yeah. Yep.
Did you do that one?
Yep.
Wow. That guitar was just so beautiful. I remember it well.
Yeah, that was just after I moved down here. Yeah, I got the other one. Hold on a second.
Jesus Christ!
I actually
You guys
just had
have
them
no
out.
idea, as an Ibanez fanboy, how much this is awesome for me to be sitting here seeing this.
Same here, man.
Our buddy Jay, it's a GMC. No,
The
our
what?
buddy Jay is in with is putting his daughter to sleep or bed.
Oh no.
Oh, cool.
Putting his daughter to
bed.
bed. So
To
We
bed.
can watch the playback.
Yay.
Come on.
Sorry about
Put him in
that.
bed quick.
Yeah, I'm
Sean
not even
Zimmerman, I
reading the
do
chats
have
right
another
now.
guitar I'll be showing later.
except I think we're seeing the guitars of the night right now.
You're ass, we are.
And dude,
How can I follow this act?
I don't know. It's going to require a dance in your fleshlight.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god!
Yeah, this one's just crazy. It's such a
Is
crazy.
that showing it? No,
I
that's
just
not
saw a
showing.
I just saw a quick flash of it.
Is that it?
Yeah, it's coming.
There you go.
Back it up a little. Back it up. Oh,
That's it.
wow.
Right there.
This ain't a porn.
Holy
Cut it out.
shit.
Right there.
Look at how perfect that swirl pattern came out. Jesus Christ.
And it's got all the lizard skin.
And that's the
Oh
one that
my-
you've been offered $35,000 for.
Yep.
And that's number 1 of the DNA series.
Can you show the
Let's see it.
headstock?
Higher,
Sorry?
a little,
A little
A
higher.
little,
little higher.
little lower.
to the left.
A little lower.
Hey, now. This is getting like a
No,
porn.
no,
Cut it
no,
out.
no. We're being serious. We can't see the back of the headstock.
There,
There
you
it
go.
is.
That's
Wow.
Oh my god.
300.
I don't know how to turn the camera around, but
Oh, that's fine.
Either way.
what?
There you go, number one, right
Either
there.
way. Wow.
Thumbnail.
There it is.
Yeah. Oh, I don't even know how to do that, man.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, 300.
Now Desiree's in the chat. My fiance, my beautiful fiance, is in
Oh,
the
cool.
chat.
Hey, Des.
And she said, "Beautiful."
She says
Oh,
she wants to
thanks.
get it for Dave for his wedding gift.
No,
Oh my God, look at how pretty that is.
Holy
Yeah, she's a
crap.
pretty one, man. This is the thing in the case.
Holy hell.
the plaque.
That was what was at the show, if you can see it.
So was this one on display at NAMM?
No, this one was not. This was actually the one at NAMM didn't have anything in it.
And Steve has that, correct?
I think it's in the whatchamacallit?
The vault.
No. It was in the whatchamacallit? Guitar Center out in California forever.
Oh, no kidding.
Wow.
Yeah. That was out in Guitar Center for her. That was the one that was in the window that was pretty faded.
Lenny Lou says Mary wants that one. How much would she have to put up for it? Lenny Lou, 35,000 if you're first. So yeah, you better start pounding those cocks.
Wow.
Darren, this is your type of show.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Yeah. I can do my comedy act here and everybody be fine with it.
Oh yeah, we'd have no problem with it.
Yeah, Darren, you're among friends here, my friend.
That's the I don't know if I can even get a good picture on it. But let me try it again. That's right there is the metal thing that was at the underneath the one at the show.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Wow.
Some serious history right there.
You ain't kidding.
Yeah. Jim me that after the show. He's like, take this now. Donahue.
Yeah. Yeah.
Were you dealing back in the day with Bill Ream?
Yeah. Anyway, so we're talking about something else.
Okay, so look, I don't want to ask this as a gossip thing, and if you don't want to talk about it on air, it's fine. What happened with you and Ibanez?
Probably don't want to talk about
it on air. Please don't.
Yeah, that's pretty much it right there. No,
that's fine. No problem.
Just some monetary differences and a bad attitude, and then I got one, and I said, "Merry Christmas, have a nice life."
Wow.
I'm sorry to hear that.
What a loss.
Yeah, it just sucks, you know.
Yeah.
Well, so yeah, it sucked me too, man. You know.
So now you basically swirl stuff on private, right?
Yes. Yes.
Do you have a website?
So do you have a
website you could plug?
No, I don't, man. It's just I'm just dealing with Facebook, man. I don't know how to do a Facebook website, so.
Well, give us your Facebook, just so people know how to reach you if they want to have it done.
Yeah. See, I got bodies all over the place here.
Wow, it's like a murder scene.
It's about to be. Yeah, all of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are 5 are the AANJs, and then I got 1, 2 what's it call it? Old neck style, and then I got two universes for somebody.
Here's an interesting next style.
You.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, just go to my Darren Johansson Facebook. Just Darren Johansson on Facebook. That guitar that you just looked at is my front page.
Okay, yeah, because I want people to be able to reach you.
Yeah, I got some all over hanging here.
Gorgeous.
I got 2 here, and I got this one, which is a hardtail. This one's about to get cleared here.
Oh my God!
Wow!
And this is a hardtail.
Look at the fucking swirl pattern on that.
And it has orange in it. That's gorgeous.
It's pink, but it kind of comes up orange, and this is the yellow right there. You can see it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's pink.
How many colors do people usually ask you to swirl at once?
Yeah, geez, it's crazy. Anywhere, this is another hardtail that we're doing. But I've had the best one I've ever done, and it's a friend of mine. And it turns out that whoever made him the body made it wrong, so it'll never intonate. It had 27 colors.
Holy crap!
And
wow.
I think I could find a picture of it, but I don't know how to send it while we're on the thing. But it belonged to a friend of mine who passed away last year, Dave Nitchie, and he may still have a Facebook page up with it. But I can send it to you, Dave.
Okay. So Desiree she's in the chat. There's probably like 100 people in the chat. She says, "I want one." Now I don't know if she means you or her.
For you? No, you're done at that point. She's like, nope, this is mine. Love Dave and everything, but this guitar is coming to me.
Nice.
Yeah, it is what it is. It's all right.
It's marriage, man. You got to share.
I share.
Yeah, that's it. Just get used to it.
You go, Des.
And then it's unfortunately, once you get married, it's not even sharing, dude. It's theirs.
Yeah. So
Yeah, listen, I want
you
I
better
want you
send me
to
that
swirl
body before
it.
June. Then.
I mean, I just meet chicks and buy them houses at this friggin' point. So get it over with quick.
That's right.
Jeez. Hey, be careful. I dress in drag on Saturday nights to make money.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna check. I'm gonna pull a fucking. I'm gonna pull a Crocodile Dundee and check, my friend.
Yeah, just
If there's any
handbag.
speak question, and I'm not using my hand. It's gonna be a stick.
Just look at the handbag.
Yeah. Say what?
Take care, Metalhead Hippie.
Wow.
It's funny,
I
man.
want to be buried in a coffin that you swirled.
Speaking of that, this is kind of cool. My buddy just sent this in. We're redoing it because it came out decent, but it didn't come out perfect. This is going on top of a guitar case,
Oh, how cool!
and the guitar
wow.
case is already painted. The guitar case is painted white. So once it sits on top of the guitar case, it's gonna pop just like a regular multicolor.
Yeah, like
What-
you,
What is that made of?
It's a plexi.
And what is
Thick
it? You
carbon.
just glue it on there?
I swirled it on there. Yeah.
I'm saying, like, to put it on the guitar case, what is he, like, glue it on there?
I'm not sure how he did it. He's already got one side done, but I didn't see it. I seen a picture, but I didn't see how he did it.
Have you ever
So he
swirled
may
an
have-
actual guitar case?
No, not the outside of it.
Can you do something like that?
I'm sure I could. I just have not.
Okay.
I mean, I've swirled artificial legs and got approved by friggin' insurance company.
Nice.
Crazy.
That's
Serious.
awesome.
I was going to
Yeah,
show you
I-
because you were saying before, Darren. You were saying about the fact that you had the all-access neck joint and the other neck joint. Here's a neck joint you may have never even seen before, and this is a Ibanez 540P2 from 1990. Check this neck joint out.
Huh. That's
So
interesting.
This is the way.
Is
This
it
is the
cut
way that
out?
they made them back in the day. No, this is the original way that it was made all along. This model was just done like this because it's got the extra long horn here on the treble side,
Right.
and when you put your
Right.
hand in to get up really high, to be able to access
Yeah.
it the way that this is designed, your hand sort of sits in there like that, and that's how they actually designed it on this particular model.
Yeah, I
So
was
that's the
looking
treble
at that
side.
little notch there. Yep.
Yeah.
That's cool as hell.
and that's the old
Yeah, that-
Alex Skolnick model.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so, yeah, the old
okay.
unofficial Alex Skolnick signature.
Yeah,
And this is
unofficial, right?
And this is 5
That's
alarm
bad.
red, so this looks orange in real
Right.
life. Like I think on the camera
Yeah.
it looks pretty true to life, and this is a very, very
Yeah, it's
rare
kind of
guitar.
probably a little more red than it's actual, but yeah,
Can you
that's pretty hot.
imagine
Now
one
I
of
can
those
see the
bodies
orange.
swirled?
Say again.
Could you imagine one of those bodies swirled? That would look so good.
A few people have done them over the years, like this body swirled, but they haven't re-released this guitar. And I've spoken to Ibanez so many times about re-releasing it, and there's a rights issue of the ownership of the body shape that causes that to happen. But just to show you,
Now
the
is
difference
Alex
between...
still? Is he still with them?
No,
Alex has been with ESP for quite a while now.
There you go. Yeah.
So to show you the
That's how I
difference
was-
between a red and an orange, like so here's
Yeah.
this is one of my others. This is my 540 STN, and then the red of
Nice,
that
nice.
versus the orange of this.
Yes, I got you. Yep. See, there's a certain like every once in a while when you hit it, you can definitely dead on see the orange. And
Yeah.
I mean, it's orange now, but it's not. It's definitely not that red for sure.
No, yeah, but
Yeah,
even though
that's
it's called
cool.
5 alarm red.
Capture.
It was funny. I was just seeing Mike Taft. If you know him, Dave,
yeah.
right?
Sure,
I'm good friends with Mike.
Yeah, he's with Fender.
Yeah,
now.
he's a sweetheart, man. And he was at some show and was showing. Oh God, who the hell was it? Oh, I forget who the hell it was now, and I'd have to look it up on Facebook. But a couple guys he just got over to Jackson instead of Ibanez.
Yeah,
God,
Mick
who the
Thompson was one of them.
Yes, from
Slipknot.
what the hell? Yes, sir. Thank you very much. I'm old and I'm going brain dead. So yeah, but dead on. Yeah, it was pretty wild. I was like, nice snag.
I'm friends with Mike Taft as well, and when he first left Ibanez, him and I had a big chat about it. Also, I live in Tokyo. You probably don't know this yet, but I'm an Australian and I live in Tokyo. Like I'm in my house in Tokyo right now. And
what'd you do wrong?
I know all the married a Japanese woman.
He's on the road.
Oh, there you go. No, that's good. Okay, you're in.
Yeah, I'm entrenched. Hey, and I've even got 2 kids with her, so you know, I'm kind of here for life. So, so I know Mike Taft and Mike Arrigo and Bill Ream. It's a shame whatever might have gone wrong with you and Bill Ream, but if you don't know, Bill Ream got kind of screwed out of the company, and if you hear his side of the story too, I don't want to get too into politics, but
yeah, I haven't heard his thing in the story, but I think it's part involved with something else. That I know. Period.
You and I will talk off air because I think we have too much stuff we can't talk about on air. But I'll fill you in later. We'll talk.
Yeah, I have an autistic child, severely autistic, and the I don't know what the 25th anniversary, the Passion Warfare and the Horse Pucky, that one. I demanded a little bit more money, which I was really getting screwed for a long time, and I demanded some more money, and they just pretty much said "fuck you."
Wow.
And that's why I walked. To what?
Excited. By the way,
hear you.
Hannon just came into the chat. I'm sure Jay has a couple of questions for you.
Cool.
7-0.
7/8.
Jay is another one of our co-hosts. He just doesn't do Tuesday nights.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Because half the time I don't wear pants, and you know.
Yeah, he just doesn't
You think I got? He's obviously you think I have pants on now. You're screwed. Anyway,
you'll fit in just fine.
World pants.
Yeah, you only seen guitars, man. That's all I'm going. There's no fleshlight crap happening. So I just got done watching Larry. Man, that was cool.
Oh,
he's sick as hell.
Awesome.
Yeah, he's got namm cracks.
So did Johnny and I.
Oh, yeah, we all have it.
Johnny and I both came home with Namthrax.
I didn't get it.
I know, it's horrible.
I think it's because I didn't play many guitars there. I just didn't get everybody's germs on me.
Yeah, I'll tell you that place, man, you need a freaking mask. I swear to God, every time I've been there, I've come home and like a day or two later, down.
It's funny.
Every
I've done
time.
5 NAMMs down. I've never gotten sick from it. Never.
You're a lucky man.
Yeah.
You're just a lucky man.
Yeah. So hang on a second. Jay, since you're watching on the chat, why don't you just stop in and ask some questions? Why don't you pop on? Pop in, pop on, pop off.
Hop on pop.
Oh, no.
Wow. Leave the old man alone. Jesus.
Yeah, put him down. You don't know where he's been.
Yeah. You get pop thrax.
Crazy. Man, this is just really got good because I was going to get off of here at 10:30.
Oh yeah. So I got an hour on you, basically.
Damn.
We're at Central, so.
Jay says he's got to come on. His daughter won't go to sleep.
All right, so you know what, Darren? We'll get you on here on another. We'll do a full show on you. How about that?
Because I know Jay would love to ask you some stuff.
Yeah, we'll have you on.
Man. Sounds weird.
We'll have you on for a full show in the near future.
Yeah, we'd love to have you on again. Absolutely.
Darren,
how long is a full show? Wait a second here.
About 2 hours.
A full show is 2 hours. We go from 8 o'clock till 10 usually.
So bring a piss bomb.
Yeah, I'm not that interesting.
Yeah, you are.
I'm just a lucky guy who likes to take perfectly normal white things and fuck them up for a living.
Yeah.
Well, we're honored to have you on because we really, really have a huge appreciation for your talent. Really do.
Thank you, man.
And the guitars as well.
Terrific stuff.
Yeah, thanks, man. Well, cool, Dave. How you feeling, bro?
I'm great. I'm feeling great. I'm I go to the doctor on Thursday. Hopefully he can tell me. Hopefully he'll tell me I can walk. I'm doing physical therapy pretty much every day, but with a therapist twice a week. And I'm not in my wheelchair now. I'm sitting in my computer chair, and I'm using my walker a lot.
Good,
so, yeah,
man. Good to hear.
I'm ready. I'm ready to start walking again.
Good, man.
But
That's
I'm
cool.
healthy.
Gotta love
I'm
rehabilitation.
healthy. I'm still losing some weight. I'm down to about 222 pounds as of yet.
Fuck you. I know where the weight is, goddamn you.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure I'll find it soon enough.
It was a really heavy toe. So.
Huh?
It was a really heavy toe.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I probably put on the 20 that he lost, for Christ's sake. That's wrong.
Yeah, my ass was found 30 of it. So.
Well, just before we go, a lot of you may not know this, but I actually worked for Darren for a summer. I don't remember what year it was. Maybe it was, I don't know, 93, 92.
Yeah, it was after Whitesnake tour, right?
Yeah, it had to have been after the Whitesnake tour. So it was maybe 92. And me and a friend of mine, we'd carpool because my friend didn't work. Didn't drive. He didn't drive. Chris Button. He didn't drive.
Yeah.
So I would drive. Yep. I would drive from my house, go about 45 minutes to the South Shore in Oceanside to pick him up, and then go all the way to Bohemia, which is it's about I don't know an hour drive. So
probably a little more.
I'd have to wake up at 6 a.m. to go pick up my friend to be at Darren's shop at 9, and at 9:01, I'd get my wrists smacked if I was late.
Nice.
Wow.
That was by yourself, though.
No,
Catholic school.
When I worked with Darren, I got to tell you, it was all business. Believe me, it was all business. When he wanted work to get done, work had to get done. There was no fooling around. But the downtime that we had was freaking hilarious. It was a great time. Even when we were dipping T-shirts and dipping guitars and doing all that stuff, it was just fun to be there. Even though it was hard work, it wasn't easy. It's not easy to do this.
Yeah.
Anyone thinks that anyone thinks it's easy to do it, then you're lying to yourself because it's not easy. And most of the people that do it these days still don't do it correctly because there's a certain way to do this to make it look like his guitars. And
they're using a kit. There's a kit out there, a couple kits out there now.
Right.
If you, this is my theory. Every time you see one of them, you'll think about it, and after I say it, they look very antiseptic. Like, hey, don't get sick on me now. But they do. They look very antiseptic. Like everyone is a first of a kind.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So there's like no real multiple layers of colors.
Yeah.
You know, and trust me, some of them I love. I mean, some of them is just like, fuck, you know. But I mean, that just to me, that's what I get from it. They're antiseptic.
Yeah,
you're antiseptic.
There's like an openness to yours. They're I mean, of course, everyone that anyone does is a one of a kind. They're all going to be one of a kind.
Oh yeah.
You can't really make a swirl do a certain thing. You can kind of get it somewhere there, but
exactly.
Is that one of yours, Darren?
Yeah.
That's a 7 and 6.
Nope. I didn't do it.
That's not yours.
I don't think so.
I bet you it's a Herc.
Is it?
It's got to be because he's
Could
like
be.
the only other guy that kind of did it as well as you did.
But I mean, I did a few doubles, but it's been so long ago I couldn't even tell you if I couldn't see it in hand. But I don't believe that is. I mean, what?
I was going to say, I don't know if you know this, but the original Passion and Warfare guitar, you know where that is now, don't you? I know you know, Dave.
Yeah, that's with what's his name?
Yeah, Thomas.
Yeah,
Thomas
McLaughlin.
Yeah, that guitar. Wow, that was a beauty and a half. That guitar.
Yeah, he's a good kid too, man.
Very nice.
He's a good guy.
Yeah.
I remember from NAMM when he was a kid, man. I mean, it was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Little Stevie Vai.
That's right. So Jay, our other co-host, says, I have some questions. Can't wait to have you back on, Darren.
Oh, tell him I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
2 hours is a long time for me. I'm not, like I said, I'm not that damn interesting.
Well, you
Yeah,
don't
you
have to be on for the whole time. You can give us
Cool.
however long you want, and then that's that's it.
There's an original 1991, so this has to be one of yours.
That's not one of Darren's. That's one of the
No.
ones that Ivan has tried to do.
That's a
Oh, is
marker.
Yeah.
that
Mustard
says
ketchup
there-
relish.
It says it's a 1991.
Yeah, but not in '91. Darren did a whole bunch, and then Ibanez tried to cut him out as the middleman and try to do it themselves. And
The
it's
first-
Interesting.
And that's
The
result.
first guitar, a buddy of mine at the music store called me, and it was down the road from my house when I was living in Copac. Remember, Dave?
yeah, sure.
When I lived on the water out there. So he called me up, and I shot over to his place. And the first guitar I seen in the United States was one of those mustard ketchup relishes. So I flamingly pissed off, drove another fucking 40 minutes to my shop and called Bill Rhyme and proceeded to rip him a new fucking ass for about an hour and a half. And then I had Bill Comiskey was the next one. So, yeah. I was like, what the fuck? And how stupid are you folks? So, yeah, that
Who's
was
that
very
kid?
interesting.
That's it.
I know him.
Yeah.
Who's
That's
that
me.
kid?
That's me. A couple years back. Not too long
Just a
back.
few.
That's 10.
That's a 20th anniversary.
Yep.
You look the same.
I was in my shop. I kind of do. I just have my hair up and fucking and the hat on and glasses now.
And you shave your beard and mustache.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Hey, get picky, would you?
One of our audience, Tom Harhai, says, Darren, you are so humble and informative. Thank you for your knowledge and your time. You, sir, are a gem.
Oh, man.
Ah.
Oh, man. Don't make me cry, Bunker.
Here you go. Here's the one that was hanging up at NAMM. So this is the NAMM guitar from the anniversary series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one
That's
of his.
pretty bad.
Sexy as all
Look at that.
fuck.
Yeah. Yeah,
That
I
is-
don't
that
know.
is
I kind of like the
perfection.
one I got is pretty badass, man.
The one you've got, it's insane.
That's
like
insane.
this is,
Absolutely.
but the one that you've
And
got
that
is like a
wasn't-
whole other level.
That wasn't even my pick. Rich Harris has the one I actually picked.
Hmm.
And they made a mistake. But when I got mine, I was like, oh, this is badass. I'll keep this.
Yeah. So the same guy, Tom Harhai, sorry, says, does Darren sell swirled T-shirts?
Actually, yes, I do. And I'm about to start do a crap load of them. So in the different colors, in DNA and the Universe and GMCs.
So they could
I
buy
got
that
about
on your Facebook page?
Yeah, yep. And I'll mail them out from here. Just if it's out of the country, you're gonna have to cover the costs, man. And if it's in the country, it should be pretty damn reasonable.
That's
Well,
So yeah, just cover the
Tom-
shipping and the cost. What?
Tom, I suggest you friend Darren on Facebook now, and he'll look for your friend request, and he will take
Yeah.
your money because I know Darren. He takes money, but for
That's what I do.
good reason. He
That's
will
a good
take money.
clear.
It's not a joke. Not a joke. You want shirts, you want stuff done. Send him the money. He will do it, and he'll be the most badass shit you get.
Darren,
Darren,
what
I
other
already
merch do you
sent-
sell besides T-shirts?
And hang on a second. His last name is Johansson. Johansen.
Yep, you got it, bud. Well, we do just about everything. We do everything from motorcycles to incense boats to writing papers, but mostly all of it. That kind of stuff we do for bigger companies. I don't even sell it on my own. It's so much easier for me to sell 10,000 than it is to sell one or two. That's just, and Dave understands that,
Yeah.
So
That's
on
his
your
Facebook page.
On your Facebook page,
That's
do you have
mine.
merch listed?
Say that again?
On your Facebook page, do you have merch listed? Like
No, because like I said, I don't really sell it as a on one or two basis. But I'm
Darren,
about to
just so-
start doing something. Yeah.
Sorry, I was going to say, just so that you know, I've actually sent you a message on Facebook. So I'd like
Cool.
us to continue this chat sometime after.
What's your name again?
Jason McNamara.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. In fact, I've seen a bunch of your stuff from NAM. So.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we've been friends on
Yeah,
Facebook.
I'm glad you were posting, man.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I got to do the Pia guitar booth video with Mike Arrigo, the current artist relations manager. So
yeah,
he only lets me do interviews with him, which is really cool because we're friends. So
that's cool, man. Yeah, and, I mean, trust me, I love the whole.
Do you swirl small children? He has a daughter whose middle name is Vi. Will you swirl his daughter?
Well, she's got to be really calm, and he has to hold one leg.
This is a serious question, Darren. Desiree asked if you would maybe swirl a coffee cup.
Yeah, I don't. I could. I don't know if I could do
with a coffee
that.
Cup would be sealing it, wouldn't it?
Yes, and but I do have a friend who does mugs on a sublimation process, and I may be able to swirl the paper and then have him sublimate it to a cup. So I'll ask him next week.
Yeah, I'll pay for one of those if you can have that done.
Yeah, if not, there's another thing you can do. You can get one of those plastic cups that have the paper inside. Have you ever seen that?
Sure. Yes.
You screw the top.
Like a big to-go mug.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And you screw the top off, and you put the piece of paper inside the plastic, and then screw the top back on.
Yeah.
If you can locate one of those, I'll do that for even. No worries.
All right, I'll send you one. I'm sure we have a couple here because she takes big to-go mugs all the time.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Yeah,
it's a New York thing.
Yeah, I'll send you one next week.
She's already said that she's got one.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Where are you based out of now?
Say that again?
Where are you based out of now?
Pensacola, Florida.
Okay. So basically, all New Yorkers just go down to retire.
No, I avoided that. I'm up in like Redneck Riviera. No, I'm right next to Mobile, Alabama.
Oh, okay. You're up north. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Well, Panhandle
from the island, and like half my relatives, New York Jews, we go down there to die. It's like the elephant dying ground for Jews. Deerfield.
That's funny. Half of my high school is down here now, so I know not by me, but down real Florida. Yeah, for me, I mean,
we're 3 hours in, so we're
okay, man.
Yeah, I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna contact you. I'll call you. In fact, I'll call you if you're not too busy. I'll call you when we get off this phone call, or I'll call you tomorrow. Is tomorrow better, or what do you want?
It's fine right now. I'm just putting stuff together.
Okay, so
I was actually going to call him.
Well, I'm going to spend 5 minutes with him. I'm just going to try to get a date out of him so that we can get him on.
Oh, that type of date. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, easy now. There's no holding hands and skipping down the lane, buddy. Hold on here.
Do you guys?
I was going to call him in 10 minutes.
Do you, Jay?
Married. He wants a
Jay, I'll message you once I get done with Dave. All right.
Thank you. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you.
Awesome.
No worries.
Definitely.
Hey, get out of here.
Darren Johansson, everybody.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it, man. Nice meeting y'all. Stop that shit, would you?
True legend. Nah, dude.
Oh, man.
Look, this is
Cut
the
it
thing.
out.
I know that you're humble and you're a nice dude, but you got to understand, you helped to inspire so many of us to go and read a guitar magazine and wish for buying that guitar, or go into the store and see it. I sold some original swells that you made back in like 1990 when I was working in a guitar shop. I've never owned one because they just got out of range of price and I couldn't find the right ones and blah, blah, blah. But man, that was so inspirational. And that's why you're getting the accolade and the love from us, because you helped to inspire us to fall in love with guitars. And that's what we appreciate you for.
Yeah, and remember, you're an artist. In our eyes, you are a bona fide artist with the craft you do. Your work is stunning and legendary to us.
Man, I appreciate that, man.
Yeah,
I'm going to shut up because I'm going to like start laughing or crying. So, but I appreciate that, man. I understand the feeling. You don't understand what it meant to me. So
we're honored to have you. Seriously.
Yeah.
We're happy to have you again.
And if you want to laugh,
Cool.
if you want to laugh and cry, John Mancuda can just take his pants down. You can laugh first and then cry.
That's what I do every day.
What? Cry because I can never unsee it, huh?
I hope your glasses are thick.
Dave, check this out. Check this out, Dave.
Yeah.
Mr. Softy, right?
Yeah.
That's me.
You know, yeah, I know. We heard that. Anyway, so Dave, I'll be fucking this chick, and you just hold the tail. Anyway, my neighbor is right down the block from my shop here, and Mr. Softy just moved in next door. He's got one truck, and he's expecting like 4 more.
Wow.
I'm like, well, we don't have that down here. We're about 50 years behind this stuff in Pensacola.
Incredible, Mr. Softy. I wish I could have that.
I love Mr.
I know, right? I seen the truck come in. I was like, oh my god!
I tell you, what, I'll donate another toe just to eat a Softy.
A Long Island favorite as a kid.
Oh yeah, no doubt, man. We line up. Jesus, are you kidding me?
That's right.
That was the deal. You heard that? You heard? Yep, you heard that. So and good? God, what was the other one? Good
humor.
Good humor. Sure enough.
Oh,
sure
Jason,
enough, man.
you know what Mr. Softy is?
What is I'm from Australia. I've never heard of a Mr. Softy.
Softy is an ice cream truck that would go around, and you'd hear like either music or bells, and they'd drive around the neighborhood, and all the kids would suddenly steal from their parents' purse and run out of the house. Your mom's like, "Why is my purse open?" Yeah.
In Australia, here's a good one for you.
Long Island was a bunch of thieves. We were thieved little bastards hitting up the fucking ice cream man. Damn, you're wrong.
In Australia, we had one as well, but I think you might have had it in America. It was called a Mr. Whippy.
Oh, no kidding.
Nope. Never had that.
It was
that was probably where Mr. Softy came from, I bet.
Or Mr. Whippy came from that, but there's a Mr. Whippy truck. And that was
dude, that's like the old. That's almost exactly like the old Mr. Softy trucks.
Yeah,
they were cousins.
Same idea.
Yep.
Same idea.
Yeah, Whippy was fucking Mr. Softy's Australian cousin.
They'd have like old school ice cream pops, like chocolate eclair, strawberry shortcake, toasted almond, push-up pops.
Well, that was more good humor. The other one was all the soft shit.
Had all that shit. That looks like a butt. Yep. What the fuck is that?
I don't know.
I wouldn't eat that. Don't eat that thing. Definitely don't lick it. Whatever you do.
Yeah.
That looks painful.
So Johnny needs to. Johnny hasn't said anything
not gonna,
like the last 45 minutes.
Listen, guys, I'm gonna roll, man. Dave, call me when you're done, man. Nice seeing all you guys. We'll talk soon, man.
Yeah.
Love you guys, man. I appreciate it.
I'll talk to you in
Later
5 minutes.
All right,
I'll talk to you in 10
Darren.
minutes.
Later on, guys. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Thank you, man.
Thank you, guys.
Mr. Softy.
Thank you.
Like, the tip. Whoa, Lenny Lou says all this Softy talk has some moist.
Oh my
That's
God.
a frozen banana push-up pop.
I'm starting to think that Lenny Lou's actually a 50-year-old dude in a basement.
No, I've seen her.
Ice cream man, come on, pass me by. I'm your ice cream man. Come on, pass me by.
You got to understand, right? In Australia, being that we're all crass fucking idiots, here's typical Australian humour for you. The only guy she's chasing is Mr. Whippy.
Funny how it looks like what's his name from Saturday Night Live. The hell's his name?
Chris Farley.
Farley, yeah. Anyway, I'm also going to say goodnight because I got to call Darren before I get to sleep. And if I don't call him now, then you'll never get to speak to him, Jason.
Yeah, which I'd love to. So.
All right. So everyone, good night, everybody. See you Friday night. Jason, John, Johnny.
Nice to see you.
Another great show.
Thanks for having me on board last minute.
No problem. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for the special guest appearance by Darren Johansson.
Bravo.
Amazing.
Yeah. All right, guys. See you later.
Good night, Dave.
Bye.
Tom, I don't know Chris Lilly. Maybe I do. The name sounds vaguely familiar. I've got to think about who that is. Chris Lilly.
Looks like
It's in the
Chris
chat.
Liley.
Is it Liley? Is it? I don't know. I'd read that as Lily myself, but I don't know.
Oh,
The
something.
name feels. I'm gonna have to have a quick search on Facebook and see if that name rings a bell to me.
I don't know. I was surprised that I'm already Facebook friends with Darren.
Yeah, so am I.
I'm
And even I was.
we talked already. I just met him.
Okay, Chris Lilly or Liley or however you pronounce it's a comedian who kind of looks like Chris Farley but kind of weird. I know who that dude. No, I can't stand that guy. He does a comedy show called Summer Something High or some shit. Anyway, I'm not a fan.
Oh, Summer Heights High. Summer Heights
I hate
High.
that show.
I love that
Yeah,
show.
not into it. Yeah, it's like Flight of the Conchords from New Zealand. I'm not a fan of that either.
I didn't like that one either. I
No.
like Summer Heights High.
Fly the Concords, man. They were awesome.
Yeah, I couldn't get into it, man.
Man.
Couldn't get into it.
You know what's really funny, Johnny? There's a comedian out there that I was watching his stand-up routine. His name is Jimmy Carr.
Yeah.
So when he comes on stage, he's like, "Hi, I'm Jimmy Carr. My go-to gut reaction is Jimmy Carr."
The best thing about Jimmy Carr is when he actually takes down the hecklers in the middle of his show. Have you ever seen him do that?
Great. He's great.
He encourages hecklers to give him shit, and he just rips them to pieces.
He's very good at it.
If you want to see an incredibly funny British comedian, there's a fairly young guy called Russell Howard. Man, Russell Howard is a funny motherfucker, and he's fast. He's super fast. He's got a wonky eye, and he always picks on himself about his wonky eye. But man, this guy, if you want to literally have to go to the toilet because you're going to wet yourself laughing, watch Russell Howard. He is funny.
Well, there's something to look forward to.
Seriously, he is a funny motherfucker. Russell Howard. You got to check him out.
Man.
YouTube him.
I'll look him up, man.
Funny as hell. Billy Connolly, yes, is a great one and a classic. There's just been a lot of others. See, now there you go. Tom's already hit the nail on the head when he does the Chris Lilly thing. This is an Australian thing. He has a character called shit cunt. And in Australia, believe it or not, that's a term that we actually use. Oh, he's a real shit cunt. We actually do say that.
Is that like when you order fast food? Is that on the menu or?
We have a very, very liberal use of that word in Australia, as most people know. We're real relaxed with it. And like it's literally like when an American says it, they're like, cunt. When an Australian says it, it's like, cunt. It's got that much power to it. We just have a good laugh with it.
So like when you go in the drive-thru at McDonald's, you're like, I'll have a quarter pounder with cheese and the cunt fries and a cunt shake.
See, you don't understand how it works. You don't get it. Honestly, it's something you would need to learn. To learn how to use that in an Australian context actually does take a little bit of understanding. You can't guess it. It doesn't. Look, Johnny's so afraid he's run away.
Johnny's already adding up the fines for today.
Johnny's scared of the cunt.
In many ways.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry,
Jeez.
Darren just messaged me.
He left so fast his chair is spinning.
So look, yeah, exactly. So here's the thing in Australia, all right? If you say someone's a shit cunt, it means they're a good dude.
Okay.
It's one of those things. I'll explain it to you another time because some people are going to get offended by me using that
friend
word.
from the UK used to call me a cunt all the time, but again,
we use it better in Australia than England. The English use it, but we use it better, and that's a fact. You can even ask the English. Nobody uses it like Australians.
There's something about the word in America that has such a stigma. Like girls' heads will explode if you're like, "You said cunt."
I remember.
You called me a cunt. It's like
Have you ever seen the movie Way of the Gun? Way of
No.
the Gun with Benicio del Toro and what's his name? That unnaturally good-looking blonde fella.
John Mancuso.
Yeah, that's not him.
Yeah.
Anyway, and Sarah Silverman's in it. There's an opening scene where these two guys are out and Ryan Felipe. That's the guy. And there's an opening scene where they're in a car park and they're just pissing everyone off. And he actually calls Sarah Silverman a cunt in the beginning of the movie. It was the first time I ever heard it used on an American film. And I remember everyone was like, oh my God. And then he actually punches Sarah Silverman in the face. It was great. Fantastic opening to a film.
There's nothing like punching a girl in the face to start a movie off.
Well, especially when it's Sarah Silverman. I mean, come on. She's a loudmouth and a half.
A couple of guys that wanted to punch that poor girl. I use the word. I mean, I'm a foul-mouthed asshole. I use it
not you.
jokingly. To me, it's a joke. I like using it as a joke word.
Trust me, in Australia, we're the same way.
Yeah.
We're exactly the same. It's just whatever. I said it 100 times around now without even realizing. And occasionally in America, it'll be like, I'm just like, oh, dude, I'm from Australia, and then they kind of go, oh, okay. I just say it in conversation. It's just a natural.
It's a fun word. It's just a silly, fun word.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it doesn't have any malice for me. I mean, it can, but usually it's other things I would say to get under someone's skin than just a word. It's just a word.
Yeah, usually like a baseball bat or something.
Yeah, you know, whatever works, whatever's handy. Anyway, listen, I'm going to let you guys go. Johnny, congratulations. You've done 3 hours and 25 minutes today. Well done.
Wow.
Oh, this is nothing, man.
Yeah, we did that 9-hour New Year's Eve marathon.
Yeah, that's insane. That was nuts.
That's the record, baby.
Yeah, I'm not going to be sticking around today to beat that. I'm actually supposed to be working right now on the TV show and doing sound for it, but I just wanted to throw in on some of the ESP and custom guitar stuff and still here.
Wow. And
Don't
look what
look
happened.
Johnny and I to add anything useful.
Well, Darren came on the show. That's freaking amazing.
Darren did, but I'm saying Johnny and I, what did we bring to the show today?
You guys bought the fact that you both start with John.
Yeah, that's it.
And
It's
Namthrax.
like a toilet. Just
Yeah,
like
you
a
guys bought
toilet.
Anthrax, indeed. Nah, you guys bought everything to the show. You guys are Tuesday nights. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Or Wednesday afternoons for me in Japan.
Fruitcake Tony, no, Johnny and I are still sick.
Yeah.
We're hanging on. We're toughing it out, though.
Yeah, they went in bareback and, you know, it happens. Hey, do you know if Danny ended up getting to go and hang out with Jason Becker, or if that didn't happen, or do you know what
That
the
did
result
not
was
happen. That did not
that's
happen.
unfortunate.
Yeah, it didn't.
there?
I mean, I can tell you off air what happened, but yeah, it just didn't work out.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
All right. Well, I think I should disappear.
Let's thank our friends tonight. Mike Gobe, Headbangers. Go to his Facebook page. Check out. Ethan Gross, congratulations on your third and awesome season. Hang Energy Drink, thank you. Swiss Pick, thank you.
I'd like to thank IKEA for making this glass and the tap for giving me the water that I've been drinking. Yeah.
Lenny
the
Luke,
glass
please send me chicken soup. I'm ready.
She's gonna. How do you get a FedEx?
I would like to
soup?
thank Scotch Tape for everything that it does.
And Kleenex tissues for being so absorbent of my jizz, especially in the middle of the night. Thank you, Kleenex.
I'd like to thank this white electrical tape because
You could do a ring toss on my cock with that.
you know, here's an amazing magic trick. You ready? Watch this, Johnny. You ready? Watch this. Oops. That didn't work at all.
Amazing.
I tried to throw out the white one and catch a blue one, and I fucked the whole thing up.
Oh,
We're getting delirious now.
Tom. Yes, it is. Well, sort of. It's pieces.
It is what?
The Kramer. That's an original Kramer pacer neck and a Kramer focus body right there.
I like that, Tom. Tom just put in a great comment. I would like to thank your mum for being a sponsor. It's so true.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, My mom has sponsored so many of these dicks.
Quietly backing away now.
Whoa! What are you doing? Oh.
Oh, wrong way. Oh, Jesus, this is terrible.
Come on, Jason.
You know, the funny thing is, for anybody who watches the show that wants to know what actually happens, here you go. There is the live chat that we've got on, and up here is my screen showing the YouTube feed, and you'll be able to see if I do a little wave here, how far behind the actual broadcast is. Look at that. It's still showing for me the screen. I wonder if I'm going to break the internet doing this.
A couple of seconds delay.
There is a bit of a delay between the live feed and what happens on the actual screen up there. So just thought I'd give you a behind the scenes look.
Couple of seconds.
So thank you. The last thank you I want to make is thank you to the internet for allowing this to actually happen.
Thank you, internet. We love you.
We really appreciate the internet.
Without you, internet, John wouldn't be able to have all the bestiality porn that he loves so dearly.
And thank you so much for Tide for getting those stains out of my sheets.
No clap there for that one from Johnny.
Yeah, please leave thumbs up, like, subscribe. Don't sue us.
I can't believe we've still got 99 people watching this shit. That's just weird.
I'm mind blown.
I see 4.
Really?
3 of them are us.
Oh, I got 2 computers on.
Actually, it's funny. I just refreshed the browser on the top screen, and now it says 54. So I don't know where the 99 was coming from. Maybe that was when I first joined on.
99 lost balloons.
51 now.
They're dropping like
rapidly.
flies.
It's time to say goodnight and good afternoon from me, and bye-bye, guys. Lovely to see you both. Talk to you soon.
Take care, Jay.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Love you.
Love you too.
Love you.
Bye-bye.
That's it.
Oh, so we have, let's see. 3.
Whoever's still in the chat, please leave a thumbs up. We don't have enough thumbs up yet.
We have
enough likes.
We have
Not
7. Yet. We have 7 more hours to go to break our record.
Yeah. Yeah, we could do it.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2.
I'm hanging on by my fingernails, trying not to choke on phlegm.
So if we stay on till 3:30 in the morning,
yeah,
we'll break the record, and it'll be filled with coughs.
Yeah, it'll be filled with cocks. All right. It'll be filled with a lot of cocks.
Welcome to the Namthrax special, you guys.
Yeah. Namthrax still going. Dude,
Wow.
I feel like such garbage. I want so badly just some like chicken soup and jizz and whatever other hot liquid will go down my throat.
Oh my god.
It's a fucking parade of cocks. Yeah. No, I feel horrible. Seriously, like my chest is like still like full of phlegm and coughing and I feel horrible. But leave a thumbs up because we did the show anyway.
Yeah. You know, we could be in bed right now suffering, but
Yeah.
we're here on camera suffering for all you guys.
Yeah, I could be working the glory hole at the strip club making a fortune right now, but we decided instead to do the show. Fruitcake Tony, today's show and tell guitar wound up being that Eddie Van Halen striped Charvel.
That guitar is so cool, man.
Yeah, I was gonna do another one, but I'll do that next week.
I played that guitar behind you too.
Yeah, you did. That one?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Pre-pro Charvel. Tom Harhari wants to know what club's glory hole do I work at? Dude, anywhere I can make fucking money. I'm at truck stops. So listen, when you put your cock in a glory hole, chances are if you're on the West Coast, it's probably me making guitar money. Yeah. I got to work the circuit, man. I got to do what I got to do. The guitar behind me is a Pre-Pro Charvel, and it's got a lime and pink flame finish on it. It's a refin, but it's really gorgeous. I've had it on the show before.
Yeah.
And again, today brought on this beautiful thing.
Oh my gosh.
See if we can get a thumbnail going. There you go. Drawn on and played by Eddie Van Halen.
Oh God.
Look at that thing.
Man, I should have taken a selfie with that, man.
You still can.
Man. Next time.
Yeah, you'll be down.
Next time.
You're just down the coast.
That guitar is so cool, you guys.
Really, really a lot of history behind it in Charvel.
Wow. By the way, I lost like 6 pounds thanks
Just
to
from
this
being sick?
Namthrax. Yeah.
I probably gained 6 pounds because I eat like a fuck when I'm sick. No, dude, I've been saying like I went out one day to the supermarket just to stock my fridge, and like it's just I just feel like shit. And I went out and I got like a pile of fried chicken. I got ice cream. I got like hamburger meat, and it's like every day it's like I'll have fried chicken and some cheeseburgers, and then Ben and Jerry's, and I'm not the picture of health, to say the least.
Yeah, man. I actually, I've been sick for a week, but but I'm still hungry. Like I want real food.
Oh yeah.
So actually, I went to KFC, and I got a, you get a small mashed potatoes, things like this big. There's nothing there. So you get the large one, and even the large one, it's not, super large, but it's a little too big for like one person, I think.
Depends on the person.
But I'm sitting in the car eating that, and I'm just sweating. I'm like sweating. I'm like eating this thing.
Johnny's like all feverish. He's at KFC. He's like seeing double from the fucking flu fever, and then he decides to pull a Magoo and start driving. So now he's just like,
yeah.
Was
Yeah,
it
it
worth
was
those
weird.
fucking potatoes?
It was weird, man. It was
Yeah,
very
no,
strange.
I've been sleeping so much. I've just been sleeping like most of the day. I've been sleeping, and then I'll wake up, I'll eat. I've been so fucked up from this Namthrax. Well, it's actually Mark Dillon says feed the flu, starve a cold. It's actually the opposite. You're supposed to feed a cold, starve a fever. So I should technically be eating less, but I'm a hungry motherfucker. I'm 6'4" and I eat a lot. So I don't give a shit. I'm just going to eat my brains out and just go to sleep. Eventually this shit will get out of my system.
And I'm having barbecue tonight.
Oh, I'm driving up. I don't care if it's a 6-hour drive, Johnny. I'm driving up. I love barbecue. I'm a total carnivore.
It's going to be good. You ever heard of Kinder's beef?
No.
They have that up here. Anyway, we got some of the... Huh?
Kendra's beef?
Kinder's.
Kinder's.
Kinder. It's called Kinder's.
That's a German word for children. You're eating children.
Oh, well.
Soylent Green is people. They're barbecuing children.
Music Therapy Laz, you know Kinder's beef, right? You live in the Bay Area.
Steaks on the grill, he says. Thank you, Fruitcake Tony.
And Music Therapy, it was great to meet you, man. He was at one of our dinners.
Yeah. Which are online, if you guys want to watch it.
They are. And actually, Michael Smith sent me some behind-the-scenes footage of one of them.
Oh, that was me jerking off the waitress.
So there's more. There's more of that.
I'm figure banging the waitresses.
Oh my goodness.
Anything for a discount.
Yeah, Kinder's music therapy. Yeah. We got some of the barbecue sauce.
So what is it? Is that a chain?
Up here it is. Up here you can.
Yeah, I know. We're dying.
Man, up here in the Bay Area, you can go to a Kinder's restaurant, and you can have all kinds of different styles of beef, like all different stuff, and it's the real deal.
Oh, I love good barbecue, man.
It's amazing.
So I'm such a fan of smoked pork and beef, and just forget it. I'm like a connoisseur of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I love that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Pork is the other white meat, man. I'm all about it. No, really, you get me like get some briskets, get some pulled pork, get some spare ribs. I'm so fucking there. Yeah.
Wow. All right. Thumbs up.
Yeah, please leave thumbs up.
How much
Liddy
do we
Lou
have?
says, if I smoke pot, will you pull me?
82 thumbs. Can we get 100 thumbs?
Let's see. Oh, Music Therapy Laz is writing a song about me. This isn't the first song written about me, by the way. There was a group, I've talked about this on the show before. There's a musical group called Lencat, Lencat. And they wrote a song inspired by me called Mancuda Man and Gerbil Boy. You can actually find it on YouTube. It's funny. But Music Therapy Laz is writing a parody song about me. So thank you. Looking forward to that, man.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh boy. I'm dying for some fucking meat right now.
Oh man. I've got meat.
Oh, I've got meat. I'll
Tonight,
give you the
man.
meat, Johnny Bean. You want the meat? I'll give you the meat.
I've got meat. Actually, my friend of mine, Phil Hendry, he's a radio guy for years and years and years. He does characters. Actually, Howard Stern mentions him. Howard's a huge fan of his. But anyway, he's got a character that he does, and the theme to the song is we want to put our meat in your mouth.
Yeah.
That's the theme to the Ted's of Beverly Hills is what the place is called.
Nice. So Ted's wants to put their meat in our mouths.
Yeah, that's the theme to the restaurant. We want to put our meat in your mouth.
Listen, I can't wait to get to Ted's then. Come on, Ted. Bring it on,
Awesome.
brother.
It's awesome. I should get Phil on here, actually. He's a good friend of mine.
Yeah, even as a straight man, I want that meat in my mouth. Yeah, I was choking on phlegm earlier when Darren was on, and I'm trying not to be disruptive. Papa Blue wants to know, what was the name of the TV show I was on? I was on a bunch of them. I was on Veep on HBO. I was on Hollywood Treasure on Sci-Fi Channel. I was on Lost on ABC. I did some voices for Marvel Super Squad. I've been on a couple of things. I was years ago, I was on SNL as a featured extra. I was on All My Children and Scrubs, and I've been on a bunch of stuff, man. The big three things people know me from are Veep, Hollywood Treasure, and Lost. Those are the big three TV things.
Cool.
Yeah. But that's to answer Papa Blue.
Awesome. Yeah, Tom. Yeah, Phil did some voices for F is for Family. That's right.
Oh, I love that show, man. I love that show. There's a show, I would love jobs, especially when I'm a fan of the show. When I got on Lost, I was a huge fan of the show. So like to be on there was such a big deal to me. I was like so happy. And F is for Family is a cartoon I just love. I was like one of the first fans of that show when it first aired. and I would love to do voiceovers on that one. Let's see. Someone just asked something. Tom Harhai wants to know, is Matt Fox a total dick or chill? Here's the thing with Matt Fox, for those of you that are fans of Lost, Matt kind of gets a bad rap because he's a method actor. So on set, when we were on the islands, because the show was filmed in Hawaii, on set, he's walking around, he's brooding, he's a loner, he's quiet, but that's his character. His character on Lost was that way. So Matt, as a method actor, would come to set in character. So while other people on downtime were joking around, hanging out at craft service and whatever, Matt was staying in character. So to me, from my experience of working in scenes with him, he was very cool. There was one time, we shared a beer, and I don't drink beer, but we were like, it was hot as fuck in the jungle. So someone brought him a beer, and he's like, you want to pool it with me? So we were sharing a beer, and, he's a nice guy. Just again, he gets that raw deal because he's a method actor. But Matt's great in my book. He's fine. Hey, Simon Williams. AI Gaming, Scrubs was hilarious. Yeah, I did. I was a doctor on Scrubs briefly. It was just a little extra work, shit like that.
Tom, there you go, Tom. There's me and Phil Hendry from. We met up for dinner actually down in Santa Barbara, probably like 4 years ago. And this is actually on his website. There we are. Yeah, he's a good
music therapy Laz. Yeah, they borrowed some ideas from Lost from The Prisoner. I mean, they took from a bunch of shows, but you know how it goes.
There we are.
Nice, man.
Yeah, he's a good buddy of mine.
That's cool. He's great.
And I'm a huge fan of his. So it's
who does he do on F is for Family?
Principal Vagina.
Is that the principal of the kids' school, the teenager?
The prince. Or what was that? Rick and Morty. He was on Futurama. He's been on so many things over the years. He was the computer in Team America.
Okay.
He was the computer's voice. He was on New Girl. He played a character for a few episodes on the show New Girl on Fox. He was in a movie called This Is 40. If you remember This Is 40, where the guy opens up the door and the guy runs into his door with the bike, and he gets out and he's punching him. That's him. That's Phil.
Tom Harhai says Principal Vagina is from Rick and Morty. I watch Rick and Morty. I don't remember Principal Vagina.
Yeah, he's been in so many things other than his own thing. I mean, his own thing is amazing. The Phil Hendry Show, which I'm a huge fan of for I can't tell you how many years.
AI Gaming wants to know how was acting in Hollywood Sex Wars, which was a movie I did. Hollywood Sex Wars was the movie I did with the Frankenberry box on the girl's head giving me the blowjob. That I've had that Frankenberry box on the show before. You see it right there. And that was a lot of fun. That movie was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Hollywood Sex Wars.
Wow.
I love gigs.
Mm-hmm. Gigs are good.
Yeah, gigs are good, man.
So if anybody's watching this has a gig for either one of us, let us know.
Yeah, definitely. If anyone has work, I'm usually available. So
that's what we should be doing. We should be promoting ourselves on these videos.
I know, really. all these videos do is like talk casting directors out of hiring me.
We all need gigs, you guys. We all need stuff.
Yeah,
so.
Definitely. Yeah, I want to do more voiceover shit. Someone's giving me a quick voiceover part in a movie just for like an announcer voice, but I want to do like a lot of more animated stuff. I love doing that shit.
Yeah,
voiceover is just great. But I don't know. I take everything, whatever comes my way.
Yeah.
I need a new series to be on. That's what I need. Once Veep ended, it's like, so wait, I got nowhere to go. Because it's always great. Like when Lost ended, I jumped right onto Hollywood Treasure. You know, so it was like 1 year of work and then 3 years of work. It's like when you're consistent, it's great. When you got no gig, like no steady gig, aside from like the once in a while shit, you know, it's like you're suddenly like having withdrawal symptoms of like showing up on a set, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, myself being a touring musician, you know, it's been a while since I've done that. And I would love to be on a tour somewhere playing every night, you know?
Well, you got to hook up with Sammy Hagar and the Circle for their new Whitesnake Night Ranger tour.
Man, and they're the headliners, man. I mean, according to his website, anyway.
Lenny Lou says I should do an Ozzy and Sharon Osbourne spoof show. That would actually be very funny. Could you imagine that, like a little animated Sharon and a little animated Ozzy? I would do that. I would absolutely do that. I'd be all about it. How cute would that be? A little animated Ozzy Osbourne. I'd always have the sunglasses on, and you know, Sharon would be just kind of bossy with a big head, and you know, go on. The stage door is this way, I'll see. Go on. I gotta go to the bathroom first. There ain't no time. Go on. I gotta piss myself. That'd be so great. Little Osborne's parody. I would do that in a second. Or
like claymation.
No, just like animated. It would just be really fun, you know. Every episode, it would be like Ozzy just trying to relax, just trying to retire. And every episode, I've got a new booking for you, but I really just want to take a bath.
Every morning.
Every morning. Wake up! This is that building on fire. No. You have to go to this audition. I'm the Prince of Darkness. What I have to do. Everybody knows who I am already. Can I just get some stuff? No, go on. I made you a nice breakfast. Here's some toast. Go on. I don't want toast.
With bat butter.
Wandering the street with a little address. I don't even know where I am. I could just imagine how cute a little animated Ozzy and Sharon would be. You know, a parody, you know. Out of love, purely out of love, you know. Yes. Out of Nesdall, come on, guest appearances, Gene Simmons. He's so funny. I'm in. I'm going to start writing it right now.
Awesome.
Yeah, we'll call the cart. Tom Harhigh has the right name for it. Ozzy. Ozhee. That's the name of the show. I'll say. They're writing dialogue in the chat. Tom Harhigh writes, Sharon, where's my Van Cleef watch? I'll say I sold it to get another handbag. You don't need a watch. I don't even know what time it is. Time to go to work. It's like I'm the Prince of Deafness now. Oh, boy. Yeah, man. So, yeah. So Johnny and I are looking for work.
Yes.
Thank you, Tom.
Mm-hmm. And we're not kidding either.
Yeah, no, we're very serious. It's like Johnny and I get this occasional gig here and there. We don't have steady gigs right now. So if anyone's listening to this that has any Steve Carmichael. Yeah.
Whoa, Steve.
Yeah, and Steve, I do a mean Edith Bunker.
And you know who you were.
Yeah, I could do Edith Bunker very well. Now, of course, there's no call for Edith Bunker right now. We're in 2020. But I'll tell you, in 1976, I'll bet I could have gotten work. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, yeah. So seriously, if anyone has any leads on gigs for Johnny and I, feel free to PM us on our Facebook pages.
Mm-hmm.
Always looking for gigs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't tell you guys. Yeah.
Listen, I'm so desperate for money right now. For food, I'm scraping gum from under tables at McDonald's. I'm that desperate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's probably why I have Namthrax.
Yeah. Well, somebody did say, when we did that video with McNamara, you took your gum and you actually touched the guitar and you put the gum back in your mouth.
Yeah, and that's probably where.
And that was probably the first or second top guitar being touched at NAMM.
Oh God, yeah.
So
I forgot that's in the video, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, because I'm that type of idiot that
it's in two videos. Because we have two different videos from that.
And let's see. Steve Carmichael popped in. Jimmy Biter popped in. Hannah Sumter popped in. Hello, Hannah. Good to see all you guys. Yeah, and Tom, that is probably exactly when I got Namthrax. When I stupidly, like the idiot I am, pulled the gum out of my mouth, put it on the fucking Van Halen guitar, and then sucked the gum back in. I probably got the germs of 200,000 hands that were like touching urine cakes.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Ew.
I do
all
anything
right.
for a laugh, but yeah, boy.
All right, I gotta go.
All right, we're all out of here. Thank you, everyone, for watching tonight. And if you haven't left a thumbs up, because I know a couple of you didn't because you just got here, leave a thumbs up, please, and subscribe, and tell your friends not to sue us. And we love you guys. We really appreciate our audience. Thank you, guys and girls, for coming out tonight.
Yes, we love you all. We'll see you guys later. Johnny Beane TV. Good night.